Hey, what's up, guys? We have a hell of a podcast here today. We have Miss Ellie Nelson. She's a bottle girl in Old Town Scottsdale at Hi-Fi. But anyways, she's great. It's a fun conversation, hilarious podcast. But we have a lot of different podcasts coming. First, we started focusing in Old Town Scottsdale just because that seems to be what's most popular. However, we're going to start doing different things around all of Scottsdale, okay? We got the mayor candidates coming on soon, which will be a really fun conversation with them. So look forward to that. But if you guys have any people that you want us to interview or you have any things that you want us to talk about, feel free to drop it in the comments and we're happy to talk about it, okay? So anyways, look forward to you guys watching this podcast and enjoy. Make sure you subscribe and listen, okay? All right, on today's podcast, I'm happy to announce this guest. We've actually been trying to get her for a while here on Scottsdale on the Rocks.
Hell yeah.
But today we have the one, the only, Ellie Nelson. Oh, yeah.
Mine sounded better.
I feel like a celebrity right now.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the pod, Ellie. Wow.
What's going on? Hey, what's with all these bruises on your legs? What's going on? What's with women and bruises on their legs all the time?
I actually took my dog swimming.
Oh, really?
And he does not like to be by himself, so.
What kind of dog do you have?
A golden retriever.
I was going to
nice.
say, it's got to be a big dog.
There's a
He's
lot
a
of
big
golden
boy.
retrievers. People love golden retrievers. They're great. They shed a lot, though.
Oh, fuck yeah.
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 Dan has one, right?
What's your dog's
Dan.
name?
It's so typical. You're going to be like, oh my God, everyone in
Fido.
Old Town. Ace.
His name's Ace?
That's
Yeah.
solid.
That's a
But
sick
he
name.
looks like an ace. Like he's very orange.
Oh, really?
So,
Nice. Ace of spades.
yeah.
How much was he?
$700 on Craigslist.
Nice.
How old is he or what?
He's going to be 3 December 1st.
Nice.
They say you
Yeah.
shouldn't buy them from breeders. So you did good.
Can you input crickets into the background?
Yeah, we have
Actually
something
good.
for this.
That's right, Joel.
All right.
Who cares?
Whatever.
I can't adopt every
one cares
lost
about your
dog in a
dog.
fucking pound. Sorry.
No, it sounds like it wasn't a breeder if you only got it for $700.
Yeah, he's probably doing some illegal
Clear-
shit.
Yeah, it's probably the kind you want.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Some breeders are good. Some breeders are bad. I guess it all depends on who.
Did you bring your dog here from Oregon?
No, I bought him in Queen Creek.
So we didn't get to that. So you're from Oregon, right?
Yeah.
And you said you're from Portland?
Yeah.
Or kind of, or like a little city outside or what?
20 minutes outside Portland, but it's super nice.
What is it?
Tualatin.
Tualatin?
Yeah.
That's a point.
What is there to do there? What?
What?
What is there to do there?
Oh, we have the mountains an hour away, the ocean's an hour away.
So
You
just
could
real
drive anywhere.
green and
Super green.
opposite of Arizona.
Yeah. A
And-
bunch of hippies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess Portland has I guess Oregon in general is very lax on drug use and other things like that, right?
Everything's either
Mushrooms, weed, all
decriminalized
that
or
stuff.
legal. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the first state to do it since the
Are you allowed to do it
1800s.
while you're pregnant?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Why?
Do they know that you're pregnant? If they're
Did your
selling
parents
to
do
you?
it while they were pregnant?
And
NA.
so what brought you to Scottsdale?
I got accepted to University of Arizona, and so I was gonna go there, and I
Tucson?
toured Tucson, and it's fucking ass.
Okay.
I'm
But-
from Tucson. Thank you.
And how did you like it over there? You went for a while, or you finished, or what happened?
I just didn't end up going,
Oh, it didn't
and
end up going.
I moved to Arizona, Scottsdale, and then I was going to ASU for a month or two, and I just dropped out.
Was that an excuse just to get out of Oregon?
Yeah.
You're just I'm
But
going to ASU, guys.
One of my friends lived here before I lived here, and it was she needed someone to live with.
Yep.
So I was just kind of that person that intermediated everything.
Okay.
Do you remember high school?
Very well. I
Were you-
graduated in 2019.
Okay, 5 years ago. Did you
Yeah.
get good grades? What was your favorite subject?
History.
No way. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
History girl.
what originally did you want to go to college for?
I wanted to go for nursing. But every nurse is a bitch.
All of them.
They're all bitches.
Am I right, Jerome?
Well, they're just mean to me, just because I'm giving them orders and they just.
Nurse.
Oh yeah, I forgot. What kind of doctor are you?
I do critical care right now, but
Okay.
yeah.
Joel's in some critical need of care.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I need it
bad.
Ellie loves me.
He does it. He does. So when you first got to Scottsdale, what was your first impression when you got here? Like, what did you like see? What did you think?
I felt very overwhelmed.
Okay.
I thought that I was probably like the ugliest bitch out of everybody.
Why?
Just because like everyone has hair extensions, lash extensions, all that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
It's expensive to keep up with everyone.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone's always competing.
Yeah.
So.
So do you feel that living here kind of like pushed you to like do those types of things and join in, or like were you not influenced by it, or?
I definitely felt influenced. I mean, if you can't see, I'm
You got the hair
influenced,
extensions, the eyelashes,
Your
the
lips don't
boobs.
look that big.
I don't really get my lips that big. I can't.
Yeah, yeah. I think when people go too far, that's when it's like a little too much, you know?
I also have like a really fast metabolism, so like people always
Your
say,
body
like,
absorbs it.
yeah, it'll literally disappear. Like
How long does it go? Like last or what?
literally like a month.
Really?
Yeah, I'll spend like $700 and
Every, like, couple
lasts
months?
like a month. Not every couple months. I'll do it like twice a year,
Interesting.
or if it's like my birthday or something.
And does it like? How do you feel about doing the lips? Is it like super painful, or is it like?
No, I mean they numb you, and unless you're like scared of needles,
Yeah, yeah.
you just close your eyes.
So now it's already just like a process. You're like, all right, sit back.
yeah,
Let's get
like,
started.
sit back. Or like take my fucking money.
I know.
So Ellie, you're a bottle girl still?
Yeah, I've been doing bottle service for like 4 years.
Had you ever worked in the food and beverage industry prior to working in Bottle Girl?
Yes, I've had a lot of jobs actually. My first ever job was Panera Bread.
Nice.
What'd you do there?
I was a drive-through. It's
Nice.
Like, what can I
so
get
you
you?
look just like this.
Yeah, I was like, hey, what can I get
So
you?
what else you did? You did Panera.
Panera. I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings,
Okay.
Cheesecake Factory, Dutch Bros, Starbucks.
Damn.
And then when I first moved here, I like started drifting into Sandbar.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
remember Sandbar.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
So I worked on like the one that's on Ray Road.
Yep.
That's in Chandler.
Okay.
But then they got shut down because
That's where we found you. Was just Sandbar, huh?
Whatever happened with
Yeah.
that? Why did they get shut down?
it's kind of like an R&R situation. But like our managers were literally blacked out drunk
Oh, really?
all the time. And
Oh, my
it was
God.
really bad.
That makes sense.
But
gonna
it's
definitely close the
EEG
bar.
related. So I just,
Yeah, they closed down all the Sandbars.
yeah.
They're all gone.
Yeah, because there was one over here on like by the 50, right, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Desert Ridge. is that
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
was?
They made that a. What'd they make it?
That's
Backyard?
what- Yeah, backyard is, yeah.
Have you been to backyard? Mm-mm. I haven't either. I'm
So
kinda
you've
I
curious.
haven't even been to the front yard.
Allie, you've been with the same company since you started,
No, I used to work at Casa. That was my first ever job.
but you're still with EEG.
Yeah, same. EG.
That's pretty
I
cool.
probably would never go to Riot Hospitality.
Why?
Just because I don't really know anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're chill. You're fine with EEG, like.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Okay, so now that you're at Hi-Fi now, and me and Jerome were kind of wondering if you have any bottle service stories, anything you've like messed up or.
Has there ever been like a bottle service gone wrong that's happened? Like,
Multiple times.
really?
Yeah.
what kind of stories? Give us a little story.
Okay. Can we put like a thinking light bulb?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll let that sound.
I'm trying to think.
That's okay.
So you guys get a lot of different crowds, right? Different people, like all kinds of different financial
All the time,
statuses,
yeah.
like different personalities, everything like that. Is there like a common like stereotype of a person that comes in to get bottle service?
I feel like there's no really stereotype. People that have money usually don't like dress the part of money. And if you are, you're kind of overcompensating for something.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just always look for someone that just like kind of seems out of place, you know, because they have no idea what's going on. And if they do know what's going on, they're definitely not going to go up to a bottle girl and be like, hey, like this is what I want, you know,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
sit on my fucking lap, you know,
What's the highest check you've given to someone? The biggest
that
number
I've gotten.
that you've handed to a guest that's
Oh,
come
like
in and
a tab. Well, when I worked at Casa, I sold a $100,000 bottle.
So
Really?
that guy
Wow.
got,
Yeah.
did you charge him, did he have to pay a tip on that? Was it?
We gave him 20% discount, so it was only 80 grams. But
So
What
he
is
paid
discount?
he had been buying like
$16,000 tip?
more.
More?
Wow.
What like because his tab was already like up like.
So what'd you make that day?
20,
Because I know you guys pull your tips.
30. Like
5K.
I mean yeah like that, but I was on half hours. So
Oh,
I don't know if you've been
nice.
familiar with half hours and full hours, but
Not all the places do this, but most of them do.
What is it?
When you're newer, you don't get there's like a pool of servers, right? And you split the tips with all of them. But the newer ones, they have different rules for when you're allowed to get full hours. And full hours just means you're getting half of what the other servers are getting if you're getting half hours.
But it's just because you have to book tables. Like, you have to kind of create a name for yourself.
So it incentivizes people to like bring people in is really what it comes
Yeah,
down
it's
to.
like, okay, we're going to pay you more. Or it's not even that. It's like, hey, you're working harder. You're going to get benefits out of it. Versus, okay, well, this girl's doing jack shit.
Makes
Once
sense.
you get put on full hours, can you go back to half hours?
I mean, unless you're like demoted.
Yeah, but that's not.
I've never
that's
seen
never
a girl
happened
be
to you.
demoted. But when I sold that bottle, I mean, yeah, I left with like a couple grand, but I actually got fired the next day because I showed up to work with no makeup and like my hair wasn't done, and I was fucking blacked out drunk.
Oh God.
But if you could sell $100,000 bottle, I feel like I should be able to keep my job.
You're wrong.
Yeah. Sit down, bitch.
I guess it depends. Yeah. So getting back to like a story, what kind of what's the weirdest thing that you've like experienced during bottle service? You're just like, what the hell's going on here?
Ooh, I've had a couple. I mean, like one time, I think it was around like Thanksgiving. Everyone was in town and people were getting blacked out drunk, and you know those like little promoter girls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She was getting up and this guy started fighting with this other guy. And so they're like going at it, whatever. Security steps involved and goes to tackle one of the guys.
Oh shit.
Lands on the fucking girl. She's laying on the ground. We're like, oh, get up. Her fucking leg, like where your fucking ankle connects
lateral
to your like
malleolus
socket, snapped in half.
Really? Oh my God.
I could see her bones sticking out of her fucking leg.
Wow.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, and I was like, and then she's like, can I get a fucking shot? Where's the fucking shots at? And I turn around, I'm like, bitch, you're about to go into surgery. You can't be drinking.
It's kind of interesting seeing people in that state. Like, I don't know if the shock just kicks in and
it's
they
like
just
adrenaline.
don't feel it.
Yeah.
But holy heck, man.
But why would you sit there and be like, yeah, give me a fucking shot?
God, that's aggressive. He just fell on her.
You need some crutches.
Probably helps the pain, but
Have you ever gotten hurt while you're there working?
No, but I've had like girls try to fight me.
Oh, cool. Some drama?
Yeah, some drama.
Like some high school shit?
It's always like...
Over a man?
It's always so stupid. It's like, oh, you fucking ran into me.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. I'll like go up to a girl and I'm like, excuse me, trying to get through the crowd. And she's like, fucking watch out, bitch. I'm like,
So it's not girls you work with, it's just people at the bar, girls at the bar.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's some ghetto people that come out at night.
Yeah,
it's probably better than Hi-Fi Tucson though. Have you been there?
I'm from Tucson. I have been to Hi-Fi Tucson a few times.
I feel like in New Mexico, like it was like that with guys. Like you'd barely like touch someone and they would like want to fight you, and you're like, oh, what the hell? But in Arizona, I've never dealt with that. To be honest, as a guy, except like every once in a while there'll be some person or something, whatever. But not very often. But yeah, I heard women like for some reason it happens a lot more.
It goes back to the whole like stereotype of like hair, nails done, lashes done. Like if you don't look a certain way, okay.
I feel like there's a lot of judgment towards people that are even just like done up in Scottsdale. You know, if you have like a nice body, whatever it happens to be, like you're like girls who are not as attractive seem to like hate on them more, you know?
Well, it's always, well, what kind of plastic surgery did you get?
Yeah.
Like, do you have your boobs done? Did you get a BBL? Everyone's always looking for a reason to hate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's a common thing. Plus, it just gets around too. Like, we were talking to this guy Jay from Jay's Peculiar Mind podcast, and he was saying he don't fuck with Scottsdale because he thinks he feels like that's like the stereotype of everyone here in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
But it's really not, to be honest.
I don't feel like it is. Like,
Yeah.
it's just certain people, and it's always the people that aren't from here too.
Exactly.
Because
So I think they have a certain like mindset or mind view of Scottsdale, and they're kind of actually hating on us or as Scottsdale people just because they have that stereotype in their heads, you know?
100%.
But it is what it is.
When you first moved here, do you remember we had the wet t-shirt party?
How could I forget?
Oh yeah,
We'll throw up some videos of it on
I
the
literally
podcast.
have videos.
So where was this at?
Casa.
I used to every Cinco de Mayo I used to host Cinco de Mayo at Casa on a mic every year, and we would do contests, and we would do wet t-shirt contests where we would super soak everybody. And so we had done it a year or two before, and this year the girls there was something in the air, and we started we were doing this contest, and I was supposed to pick who looked the best in the wet T-shirt. I remember the year before it was.
No, Joel, you're forgetting to tell them that you were a part of the wet T-shirt contest.
You were in it?
Oh yeah. So this year I put on one of the tank tops, and
And rolled his shorts up like Daisy Dukes up his fucking ass crack.
Do you have a picture? Do you have a picture?
I have it.
Yeah, send it to me. It's like put it in the video.
You didn't hear about the what?
No.
So
it sounds hilarious.
You're not supposed to take your shirt off at bars. Like it's against the alcohol commission.
No, it's not against that. It's fucking against having naked people around food.
Yeah, probably makes sense.
Well, you don't have girls cannot be topless at a bar. It's a thing. You have to have a license for that. It's a
so discriminative.
So at
Well, yeah,
at a
that
regular
seems-
bar, girls cannot be topless. No. And so we got them topless.
Oh my god.
and it went nuts, and everyone posted it on their Instagram, and it was everywhere. And I was in bed.
It was literally on people's. It wasn't even a private.
It was
story.
just blatant.
It was blatant.
Oh my god, people are jerks.
Just
Titties
out
out. Yeah,
everywhere.
titties
Everyone
out.
ended up naked, and
Sounds like Mexico.
by like 3 a.m. I was in bed, just passed out, drunk, and someone's like waking me up. You got to answer your phone.
Because you had posted stories or something, or what?
Yeah, it was all over my Instagram, and because it is illegal, like 3 a.m. I get a call from Les, and he's like, "Take this down right away."
They find his ass.
I'm sure.
Oh man, because everyone in town, like you post that stuff, the liquor board's always watching. And
Oh yeah, could imagine.
right away that you'll lose your liquor license over that kind of stuff.
So they probably don't do that anymore.
You said it was. Cinco
They
de
never
Mayo,
had me come
right?
back after that year, but it was good. I was like, oh, it's Cinco de Mayo.
Okay.
You gotta. Let's see.
You'll be able to spot Joel. Here.
Let's see this video.
This is on Pro J's story. Wait, Joel's coming up. Joel,
Damn, this story is nuts.
That is not me.
It looks like you.
That's hilarious. I'm back there on the bar.
They won. Me and
what's it-
Jazzy.
Yeah, Jasmine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Joel.
Damn, that was wild.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we can't post it on here.
We can't post that.
There's no way. We have to censor or something. But it looks like a great time.
I brought that story up because Allie, as the first time I ever met you.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, "Who is this? This is nuts."
You're like, whoa.
And yeah, you're just a ball of energy. Were you like that growing up?
Always, yeah.
Okay, and you
Yeah.
just brought it to Scottsdale, and so right away everyone just was like, "Allie's a lot of fun."
Well,
This is true. Like, it's not even like hyping me up. Like,
Just from day
I'm just
one.
so nice to everybody, and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I just don't give two fucks.
well, you have a good personality. Like every time we come in, we're always happy to see you just because you're just like like,
Let's fucking
like
go.
giving us shit or something. When are you gonna buy some champagne?
Oh, I've never done that to you. Well, maybe once.
Couple times.
But it's like a, hey, what's
Yeah,
up? You gonna buy champagne?
No, you know. It cracks me up. Are you ready?
I am on half hours.
So when you started working in the bars, was there anything that you were amazed to see like behind the scenes, like that was different than your like initial thought, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Like, I don't
Just a
even
lot
know where
behind
to
the scenes in
begin.
terms of
Yeah.
preparing and everything, or what?
I mean, for example, you spend like $500 to $1,000 on outfits when you first start
Oh,
because
really?
you're trying to catch up. You don't have all the things. You have shoes, boots, socks, tights, boot job.
I've always wondered how that worked. Do they have like a specific like place to buy all this stuff from? And they're like, you got to get this outfit, this whatever type
Well,
thing.
lingerie is usually
Shields.
just like sold online, but
Shein.
everything is Shein. Yeah. Have you ever heard of DHgate?
So it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy. You can buy it from anywhere, and
Yeah.
and the main
Yeah.
sites are like DHgate, Amazon, Shein, but like
The sweatshops.
Temu now. but
Alibaba.
There
like
used to be like a store on the corner of Scottsdale and Camelback
Yeah,
where
yeah.
that sat empty forever. You know, right there on that corner.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was like costumes for a while, or outfits.
Oh yeah,
Is
For a
it
long
not
time.
still there?
It's bathrooms and kitchens now.
Oh.
But yeah, at most of the places, as far as I know, the girls have to buy their own outfits, which is, like Ali said, a huge part of the budget.
Yeah.
I can
I
imagine,
think
yeah.
girls go into it thinking like, oh, I don't have to spend all this money. But
Yeah, because
then
it's boots, it's
you're
everything, right?
Yeah, you're spending money before you make money.
Yeah.
I
Your
mean,
hair,
I felt that
like she
way.
said.
Yeah.
So it's at least like $1,000 probably to get in. Probably.
Yeah, around 1,000. Yeah.
Interesting. And do you guys have any influence in terms of choosing those outfits, or is it like decided for
Yeah,
you guys?
100%. We all just like send it in a group chat, and we're like, "Oh, do you like this?" A lot of the time, girls would be like, "It's not gonna look right," just because you have to go off of other people's bodies.
Yeah.
The guy might have like big boobs or something, but some girl might not. Like, I mean, I used to be flat chested, and then I got my boobs done, so.
So now you have different opinions. You're like,
Yeah, I was one of those girls where they're like, "Hey, we can't get this outfit."
Are you making payments on your boobs?
No, I paid in full. It was like $7,000.
$7,000, see?
Yeah.
That's the comment.
Dr. Sean Lilies, shout you out.
Oh, man.
Did you get the one that's underneath the armpits?
Yeah, it's underneath my muscle, but then it's like right underneath.
How'd you find this doctor?
My friend Monica, you know Monica?
Yeah.
She, that's who she got her boobs done from.
Okay.
And like hers just looked so natural. And already the price was drastic compared to like other places like Beverly Hills, $10,000 easily.
Oh, yeah.
So I just made
Why
the
did you do it
decision.
underneath and not through the nipple?
Because they have to cut your nipple off, Joel.
And that's why the idea of that just
It
kills
looks
you.
better too.
I'm trying to have
Aesthetically.
sensation, you know?
Okay, you wanted the sensation.
And the armpit
So if
ones
girls
too.
have it through their nipple, they have no more nipple sensation?
It's like 50-50. You're a doctor. You should fucking know
Yeah,
this.
you lose the sensation in those nerves basically wherever they cut.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
I mean, it's
No more
like
titty twisters.
it's like injecting something in your face. You could get Bell's palsy. Is that the face he makes when he's looking?
That's my Bell's palsy face.
both sides.
Trying to drop one side.
So before and after you got your boobs, so you were already working in the industry at the time when this happened.
Yeah.
And,
for like 3 years, I waited.
Did your
saved
sales
up.
go way up once you got your boobs?
No, my sales have always been staying good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my
I
sales
noticed
are
her
good.
less.
So you're a hustler before and after.
Because now you
Always.
now you just blend in with everyone.
Yeah, I'm just super personable, so
Oh, you're more personable, you think?
yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Don't look at my fucking body. I have a brain.
I'm a history
Is that how you
buff.
are? So when people started looking at your boobs when you first got them, were you like, stop looking at my boobs? Or you
No,
didn't care?
I was like, fucking look at them, bro.
Yo, check these out.
I got notes.
What do you put in your notes? I put
Should
like
we
jokes.
should
Yeah,
we
pull up your
we'll,
notes.
We'll scroll.
I love this.
Okay.
What kind of notes do girls write on guys?
I don't think she has any on guys.
I don't think I.
Or have you seen people like say this or something? I've actually seen some girls that have notes and they're like, they keep the track, like how many times they've like hooked up with a certain person and other things like that. But
Are you in some group chats that talk about guys? Just like I'm in some group chats that talk about girls?
Kind
of course.
Yeah, like I'll talk about guys.
All right.
I wasn't one of those girls growing up that was like always in a group chat. Like I didn't have like besties.
Yeah.
I just kind
Are you
of
in a
had
group
like my
chat?
one friend,
Do you have a main group chat right now?
my work one. That's
Just
about
your
it.
work, that's
Yeah,
it.
I don't really like have any group chats. My notes are so bad.
You don't have anything funny?
No.
Just like your license plate number?
I have a note that says, "Why window shop when you own this?" What does that even mean?
You were definitely high for that one.
Yeah, why window shop when you own all this,
When you
baby?
own them all.
Exactly.
That's good.
Do you feel that it's easy making friends in Scottsdale?
No.
You think it's hard?
I mean, honestly, the girls that I am friends with, like, they've always either been coming up to me or I'll go up to them and I'm like, "Hey, you're pretty cute. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want to be, like, best friends?"
Yeah.
But other than that, I wouldn't say, like,
So you're only friends with cute girls?
yes.
I have ugly friends.
I mean, I would never look at my friend and be like, "Yeah, you're ugly."
All our friends are ugly. It's
All
fine.
our friends are pretty. All my friends are pretty ugly compared to me.
Really?
Well, guys, it's different. You know.
There's like that pyramid, but Joel's like at the very top.
Well, Joel's the ugliest, yeah.
Oh my god, I really am. I don't do Botox. All my friends do.
Would you go get Botox with me?
No,
I've been trying to get him to do it, but
I'm scared to put
I
it
don't-
in my body.
I don't know why.
I
You
just
put
feel
so
like
many
I'm
other
gonna
things
have.
in your body, Joel, but you
Everyone
won't put a fucking
thinks that. You'd be really surprised how clean I eat and put things. I don't put anything in my body.
just up your ass.
Have you ever put anything up your ass?
Once.
Yeah. What was it?
Mine was medication one time. I had to put one of those things you put up your butt.
Medication?
A
You never did that?
colonoscopy?
What, like Tylenol or something? Or
Yeah,
what?
something I just couldn't take it orally.
A tampon?
A gerbil? What was it? Well, obviously if you're nauseated, you could take things rectally. Like you
Right,
could take
that's what it
Tylenol,
was.
you could
Like
take
a
other
finger?
things.
Was it a
It
finger?
was smaller than a finger, smaller than a pinky.
A micro penis?
No, it was little pill things.
Speaking of micropenises, have you ever seen one?
Yes.
Really?
Who has the smallest dick in town?
In Old Town. Are you
According
going to
to your
bleep it
group
out
chat.
if I say it?
Oh, it better not be me.
If I say it, can you bleep,
We'll bleep
it out?
Yeah, we'll bleep it out.
You promise?
Yeah. Well,
100%.
we gotta. Actually, we could do it right now. Let's see. Hold on. All right, say it.
Can I just mouth something?
Yeah.
Like, do I have to actually say it?
But-
Can I just mouth it?
You can say
can
it,
you
well-
just say what their name rhymes with? And then we'll leave it at that. No one will have a clue, right?
She's like,
Well, I'm trying to think if that is the smallest I've seen.
how big was it? What's considered small? Would it be like this big? Oh yeah, that's hard to work
Would
with.
you
Yeah,
say
yeah.
this is pretty big?
Hard or soft?
Soft.
And that was hard?
Well, we'll just say like I know someone from Oregon that has like a micro penis, but I would never hate on you if you had one.
Yeah.
I just probably would never talk to you again.
Yeah.
I'm a shower,
Makes
not a
sense.
grower. What does that mean? Grower, not a shower?
A shower, not a grower.
I think it's
It
the other
means
way
that it's
around.
like the circumference.
It shrinks when it gets hard, or
bigger than the
what?
width.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around.
It gets smaller.
Look, it doesn't grow.
It starts to go inside
It's all
out.
long,
You're
loose,
like,
and all
hiding
That's
from
as
him.
big as it gets. It's just rope.
Joel's a shower, not a grower.
Okay. When was your last boyfriend? Speaking of micro
like
penises.
a couple months ago, I broke up with him.
Oh, I'm sorry. How long were you all together?
Like 2.5 years.
Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, like, there's really nothing to talk about. We loved each other, but he doesn't even live here.
Did it end bad?
Oh, was it like a long distance thing?
Yeah, it was a very long distance.
That's
It didn't
hard.
end bad at all. I texted him one day and I was like, listen, like, it's just not working out for me. I have work and other priorities that I have to get to. I'm trying to go back to school, if anything. I'm trying to find a job that's outside of Old Town.
Yeah.
So I just told him, like, maybe I could use a little bit of a break. It's not like I see you every 4 months anyways.
Yeah, that's hard.
So.
Those
But we're still friends. It's
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Do you feel that it's hard dating in Old Town, like when you're a bottle server or
Yeah.
bottle service?
It definitely, people get insecure really fast, and
Really?
it's hard to, know what's real and what's fake. But it's all like it's all a deploy, or is that the word? Deploy.
Do you feel like it's hard? Do you feel like that's why a lot of people that are in the industry in bottle service and bars like oftentimes end up dating each other because they're okay with that type of environment?
Yeah, they're definitely okay with it, 100%. And that's why people do that, because they want to feel justified. Like, they want to feel like, oh, this is okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, I've definitely worked in the Old Town business for a while, but I would never change my job just to be with someone unless I thought I was going to marry them. Just because, like, if you're going to be insecure about it, why even be with me? You knew what I did the minute you met me.
Yeah.
So why is it an issue 6 months down the line?
Exactly.
I feel like I don't know if it's they're okay with it initially, then eventually like some of their friends talk to them and they come to some kind of realization. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
they should be doing this, and they want you to stop your career or whatever you're doing basically because of their own insecurities.
Well, I was talking to someone else about it too, and I think a huge factor is no guys like to sit there and say, yeah, my girlfriend makes more than me.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of a slap in the face. And not only are we making more, but like, we're not really doing anything for it. And I'll be the first to say that. Like,
So you feel that it's compared to like a regular like 9 to 5 job or whatever, it's significantly less
100%.
time
yeah.
aspect?
How long's the shift? 6 hours?
Not even. I've had shifts that are
You go
like
home
2
at 3
hours.
a.m..
I've had, well,
You
usually
get there at 9.
you'll get there at like 8:30, 9.
That's 6 hours.
And then you'll work till 2. But if we're slow or if you were first in, you'll be cut.
So worst
And
case,
then-
it's only 6 hours on Fridays and Saturdays, really.
Yeah.
The Sunday, you're probably coming in later.
Thursdays are really good, though. I've noticed a lot of people go out on Thursdays now.
Later, though.
Yeah.
So like
it's
you're
because
not
people go
coming
to
in
dinners.
Yeah, you're not coming in very early on Thursday, right?
No.
Yeah, like Friday, Saturday.
Unless you're like opening.
So worst case, you're working possibly 20 hours a week.
Yeah, but then like you get times like Super Bowl and waste management. You're working like 40 to 50 hours and you're getting no sleep.
Well, that's the thing about being in the industry is you give up all those holidays and all those big events.
Yeah, which I'm fine with, honestly. Like, I'm not really a holiday person anyways, unless it's like Christmas or something.
Do you have any sisters?
No, I have no sisters. I have a twin brother and an older brother.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What is your twin brother's name?
Nathan.
Ugh, it would have been funny if it was like...
Does he look like...
Do you know what my real name is?
I want to say, now that you've asked...
I don't.
Something that rhymes with Nathan?
No.
Ethan.
Nathan and Ethan.
Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Nelson.
No.
Allison, what is your real
No,
name?
it's
This is
not my
before
name.
she transitioned.
Yeah, I'm transgender.
You have a twin brother, I see.
What is your real name?
Alicia.
Alicia?
You're kidding me.
No.
How's it spelled?
Alecia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Why did you go with Ellie?
My mom just used to call me Allie, like Allie Mac.
Okay. So you just kind of went with it since then.
You
Because
remind me...
my middle name's Mackenzie, so it'd be like Allie Mac.
There's a lot of Mackenzies around. Yeah, there's a bunch of Mackenzies, and even Dan's middle name is Mackenzie. You know that?
I literally will talk to him about that all the time. I'm like, yeah, we got the same middle name. How about it?
Yeah. I'm like, Dan Mackenzie, you settle down.
So, Allie, I feel like there's two kinds of people that get bottle service from this conversation. It's like the people that go out to celebrate something, okay?
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, let's go celebrate. Let's pop some champagne. Let's get a bottle. Let's go out tonight. That's probably where I'm at right now in my life. I don't ever go out anymore like I used to, like straight up.
Yeah.
And then there's people that go out to hit on the bottle girls. Would you say those are the two types of people?
I would throw in an extra one.
Okay,
The ones that go in not knowing anything. And now they're like addicted to it.
Why were they going in?
I feel like that happens a lot for some reason.
I mean, there are guys that they'll come in for conferences. It's, you know, like, oh, I have like, oh, if you had like a medical sales thing going on or like a conference or a meeting, or you're meeting up with clients and like trying to like figure out how to sell them something. Scottsdale's such a known place for it. So I feel like...
The networkers is what you're saying.
Networking, yeah.
So there's people that go in there to hit on the girls. There's people that go in there to celebrate something, and there's people that go in there to hit on the rich people.
Yeah, and like network. Find a way out
Which
of
are
their
annoying
life.
for the record.
Yeah.
I hate when people try to network at the club. It's so loud. And people, oh, this is so-and-so. And they're like yelling in your ear. And they're like, hey,
Well,
what do you
also,
do
like,
for a living?
I'll fucking come to you if I want something. Like,
It
Well,
can get grimy, too.
Well, I think there's different types of partying. You know, like during the day, I think like day drinking, that's more of the time for conversations and like talking to people, etc.
Sunday fun day.
Yeah, Sunday fun day. Like it's more relaxed. I actually prefer that, to be honest, rather than going out at night. But then at the nightclubs, yeah, you can't really talk, or like, especially when people are trying to enjoy themselves and you have people coming in and like giving you long conversations. Like oftentimes that's kind of, you're like, oh man,
Spitting
like
in my
relax.
ear.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you see
fucking back
That
up.
is the worst.
You
I'm
see
like,
those
chill
memes where the
out.
guy's like telling him about crypto and those you're right. That is a third class that definitely does exist. And that's funny.
Only because like some of those people also go into it thinking like this is such a good way to like make money, but like you're at the club and 9 times out of 10 people are so fucked up they probably don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
I know I don't know what's going on,
You
and I'm
have to
sober.
be fucked up to handle that loud music.
Yeah.
And then like you're not talking to
Put
anyone,
my
so
hearing
you're
aid.
like,
Turn my
"Let me have a
hearing
drink."
aid off when they come up to me.
You wear a hearing aid there?
No, but I'm gonna need one soon.
Yeah, you really are.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever wear earplugs or anything like that?
We have them. It's just so hard because I have a mic in one ear and then I have like an ear pod or an earplug in this ear. But someone's trying to talk to me and order something, so
Yeah, it makes sense. You have to pull it out or whatever.
Well, we should do a lawsuit. We should sue for the ears.
Can we do that?
Well, the army did it. Like all the soldiers got together and sued because of the guns making our ears.
Yeah.
And we should just all get together and do a class action for our ears. You know, my friend Jess Carlson. You know, Jess, she's had her 30th birthday. I love talking about you on here, Jess. And she's like, yesterday I was in the car with her and she goes, my ear's ringing. It's so weird. I go, well, you kind of just worked in a club for the last 10 years, Jess. I was like, you're going to be deaf.
I never even thought about that, to be honest.
I'm worried about it. It's definitely something I think about daily.
You're definitely going to get tinnitus.
They actually sell those earplugs specifically for music, like for being in bars and other things. Have you seen those?
The ones that like have a little string and they connect in the back.
No, they have like, they're like a...
No, it's so you can still hear people talk.
You can still hear people talk and everything, but it blends out like a majority of the
Those
sounds.
are the ones that the army got sued for.
Can I get that for Christmas?
They don't work.
but
they don't work.
They actually work pretty good.
That's the 3M ones. 3M got sued. Oh, I know which ones you're talking about.
Yeah, I forget if they were on Shark Tank or something like that. But they were on some like TV
Shark
show.
Tank.
I ended up getting them, and they're not bad. They actually help a lot.
How cool are those ones that translate when people are talking in another language?
Oh, those are so fucking cool.
Nuts.
I would
That's the
actually
coolest thing.
use that.
So you could do that with AirPods, but you have to be on the app, and you can only do it at the movie, like at Harkins. You can pull up the movie, and as the movie starts, hit start, and it translates in your ears while they're talking on the movie. I found this out. I was with a Colombian.
Can they do that with like people that are deaf?
How much is
too?
it delayed?
Like, what if
you
you're
say?
deaf and you want to watch a movie?
Someone
like,
just stands there on the phone doing sign language.
But yeah, would it like?
That's a lot
I don't
to
even
watch.
think that it needs sign language or
Oh,
side language.
I think if you're deaf,
sign language.
you just need.
I think you just need subtitles.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna put it on the full movie.
You got to go to the deaf movie theater. The deaf one's in there.
These are for the people that are blind. This is for the ones that's
Do
deaf.
you go to the theater a lot?
Actually, yeah, I have a Harkins app.
Oh, really? Hell yeah.
That's better.
Did
than
you watch?
me.
Did you watch Deadpool?
I saw Deadpool when it came out.
I've seen it twice.
What'd you think?
I thought it was honestly, the beginning was really good.
Yeah.
And then like halfway through, I kind of found myself falling asleep. Like there was nothing really there, like no substance to it.
That's what Lacey said
If
too,
you've-
but I liked
If you've
it.
seen like
So
the
good.
second one doesn't really even tie into the third one. So
Yeah, I think they're just trying to incorporate Wolverine
doing
in
the
some way.
multiverse.
it's been like 2008 since Wolverine's been out. Like,
Every single new thing they come out with is multiverse now.
yeah.
But
yeah.
I took some psychedelics and watched it in 3D, and it was badass.
By yourself.
Well, it doesn't matter. I was with someone, but like it was by myself. I was like in my zone. I was at there was
He said,
probably
yeah, I was with someone in his fucking head.
What was
there
different?
was 100 other people in the theater.
You watched it in 3D as well?
He
you
grabbed
said?
some random girl's hand. He's like,
No,
will
I
you
was
walk me through this? I'm tripping balls.
no. It was cool. It was really cool in 3D. There's a lot of fight scenes in it, so it was really cool. It was made for 3D.
What about Twister? You've seen the 4D? How everyone's
Oh, I
like
haven't seen
jumping
it.
in their seats?
I need to watch it. Is it good?
It's really good, yeah.
Where do you go
Where-
to see it in 4D?
I think they have one in Arizona. I just don't think it's at the Camelback one.
Yeah, I've seen it like online and stuff, like the chairs that vibrate and like
Yeah.
the wind and other things. But I wish they had one here closer to us somewhere. Maybe there is. I don't know. Does anybody
There
know?
probably is one. Yeah, let us know. Comment down below if you know if there's a movie theater that we can get our shit rocked at.
Oh hell yeah, that'd be awesome.
So Allie, I'm just trying to think of some like stereotypical questions to ask a bottle girl, and I'm just wondering, have you ever dated a barback?
Kinda. I dated Trey. You remember Trey?
Yeah. He's like the lead barback of Old Town.
Not him.
Oh,
Not
okay.
that Trey. The Ridge Larkins Trey. But we literally dated for like a week.
Okay. Well, what's up with all the bottle
so
girls
what's-
dating barbacks?
I feel like they're just the ones waiting.
Would you say 50% of the bottle
Everyone
girls
always
dated
says that
barback?
too. It's always like, oh, this hot girl is like dating a barback or dating a fucking runner.
And I feel like people get so offended by it. I don't know
because
why.
it almost doesn't make sense because
Like who cares?
most of the girls are in this bottle service and like they want someone that can pay for their weave.
Yeah.
And they're they're dating a barback.
I feel like that's great, to be honest.
It's great for the barback. I don't see how the girl wins in that.
Why do you think that is?
So that's why it's confusing
I
to
don't
everyone.
know, honestly, because like I said, I really haven't dated a barback. I don't really date within Old Town anyways.
Yeah.
Ever?
But
Not once?
I think it's the whole idea of, I get to go home with you. We work the same hours.
Yeah. Makes
we know
sense.
the same people.
No, you're
Spending more time together,
This
that's
is
important.
like common sense.
I mean, imagine going to the bar, like what if Joel is a barback and I'm a bottle girl and we're dating.
Yep.
And I have a $100,000 client coming in and he's going to spend. If I'm like, oh yeah, my boyfriend works here.
You've never seen that scenario? I have seen that happen.
Where they're like, oh, do you want to meet my boyfriend?
Yeah. Well, and not only that, I've seen where the boyfriend like made a scene.
See, I just don't understand that.
Yeah, I know.
couldn't
That's
do
why
that.
none of it makes sense.
Well,
That's why I always ask. I'm like, why do bottle girls date barback?
I've had clients come up to me like, Kenny, like clients will come up and be like, who is that? I'm like, oh, he works there. Like, he's good. He can chill. But like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, that's my boyfriend. He works here.
I feel like a lot of people in Old Town totally, it goes over their head sometimes when you call it a client, people might be like, oh, you're calling a guest a client. Like, yes, the person that's going to be paying me a big tip that is considered a client. That's just English language. And you'll be with the client, with a guest, you know, someone sitting there, and then some oblivious person will just think they're just going to come sit down right with you and the client. And I'm one of those people, it's happened so many times that I will embarrass you.
Yeah.
And I'll say, hey, what are you doing? Like, get up and leave. You're being a weirdo.
Yeah.
But it happens a lot in Old Town.
It does happen a lot.
Yeah.
Or like, you never want to like, if you go up to a client and you're like, hey, you call him a client to his face.
Right,
that is like, you treat everyone, you know, with respect and oh, that's my friend. But
that's why I say guests, because they like to be called guests.
Guest is nicer.
But it is
I'm gonna
technically
steal that
what
one
they
from
are.
you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal that one.
You can have that. So where did you learn not to hook up with people in Old Town? From seeing someone else mess this up, or did you hook up with people at the Cheesecake Factory?
I've just seen the word get around. Like,
okay.
Even just my first 2 weeks working at Casa, the word definitely gets around.
That it's a bad idea.
Yeah. And not to mention, like, I feel like girls will come up to me and be like, hey, watch your back, or don't talk to that person because, like, this girl will get crazy with you. It's happened. It's happened before.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's easier to sell bottles, like just basically having the illusion that you're single, even if you're not, just because the bottle service person basically wants to know they might have a chance by buying a bottle?
10 out of 10.
And like we said, half the clients are there to hit on the girl. So why would you tell a client that you have a boyfriend?
And that's another thing is, like, you don't have to sit there and fucking make out with him.
Yeah, yeah.
No, just let him come spit some game at you.
Make him feel loved, wanted, appreciated. That's what I always say.
1 out of 100 times they're a stalker.
A serial killer.
The odds are in your favor.
Yeah. They follow you home.
I've never heard of a serial killer, but yeah, there's some stalkers. 1 out of 100.
Are you kidding me? Do you know how many people have died in Old Town?
No.
Their bodies
people just
washed
lost,
in on the canal.
Yep.
Oh man, no bottle girls.
It doesn't happen very often, but
It's usually
never
guys.
heard of a bottle girl
usually
happening.
guys.
it is usually guys.
And it's
Which
like
is weird.
it happens in any party town. It's not just Old Town. It happens 10 times more everywhere else. We're a very safe town, to be honest with you. If you compare us to, like,
I do agree.
If you like, we're to list us with all the other party towns like Vegas or Dallas or.
They're saying that we're better than Vegas right now.
Well, we are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time.
But
That's
I
why
think-
they're all moving here.
But I think having a club so close to a canal and then a main
And there's,
four-way
like, no
intersection,
fence.
there's no fence, there's no cameras really.
I almost fall into it every morning walking my dog. Like, I'm just
Actually?
tired. I walk that canal every morning. Some days I'm like, oh.
I wonder if it's just people that are drunk and they fall in, you know?
Yeah, or if it's just, you know, they didn't have a
happens
ride
once a year,
home, they sit on the
average.
edge, they fall asleep, they roll in.
Yeah, yeah.
Or we just get mad at someone and we just go drown them, you know?
Can I scoot closer to you?
All right. I was trying to find. But what else is going to say? So, is there a particular like how does one go into a club, and like I guess a lot of people that come in, they oftentimes feel like they're taken advantage of in some way by the bottle girls. Like, how does someone approach as a client go in and just like they don't want to be taken advantage of?
I think the first thing is to not tell them what you fucking do.
Yeah,
Do not tell them what you do.
What do you mean?
There's always the question. I've been to millions of dinners, and the first question that someone says is either, where are you from, or, oh, what do you do?
Yeah, yeah.
What's your job?
I just.
And if I look at you and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm a CFO, or I'm a lawyer, or I'm a doctor.
So they're going to be like, all right, ace cases.
Fuck, come sit by me, baby. Right here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll treat you nice.
Oh, okay.
You know?
So we want to talk about like the schedule for bottle girls. So right, so you show up obviously for work for like the time that the bar's open at nights, whatever. Mm-hmm. And like, what other things do you have to do beyond that besides just working at the club? I know you have to do these outings and other stuff. Like, what other things like obligations and other things are involved with that?
When you're not working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night.
Okay, so client dinners are a must. If you're gonna meet someone, it's always nice to get personable and go to dinner with them. Also, on top of that, if you're going to dinner with like managers or something, usually we take care of them. So it's like an incentive to be like, oh, let's go out to the club. We spend on you, you spend on us type situation.
Makes sense.
But
it's a business.
So dinners.
How many of those a week?
I've probably gone, I mean, the most I've gone to dinner in a week is like fucking 7, like literally a day for a dinner each day. But
That's maybe during
2,
season?
maybe 2.
Usually
like
2?
Friday, Saturday, we'll do dinners.
So that's just a dinner before you go into work.
Yeah, and it's great too because, you know, you get kind of like a sense of who they are before you get to go to the club. So that way you're not talking and the blaring music is going over you.
Yeah, it's more personable too. Yeah, if you
also,
know them, you know, a little bit, you know.
Yeah, like the outings that you said, we'll go to outings. We'll sit. We have outings at other clubs for a reason. You know, we want to support them just like they support us. You'd rather have a friend than an enemy, 100%.
Yep.
We have bingo now at Hi-Fi, so come get a bingo card, get a burger. You can win prizes. You can do all that. It's mandatory. We don't get paid for it, but it's still a way to meet people.
It seems like it's a fun thing.
No, it's fun. And we've done like group trips. Like I've been trying to get everyone to go to the Salt River and float. Do you like Salt River
yeah.
tubing?
I've been wanting to go to that too.
I know. And
So have you gone this year?
I've been like 3 or 4 times this year. Yeah.
Oh man,
Really?
I want to go.
Yeah.
How far is it from here?
30 minutes.
Oh, really? We should get a
Maybe
group.
even 25 minutes from your house.
Do you
Yeah.
just use the tubes that they have there?
It's $15. You get a tube. You get on the bus. Like your tube is your ticket onto the bus. The bus drops you off at check 1, and then you can either get out at check 2, check 3, or check 4. Usually people will go check 4 just because it's like a 4-hour float.
Oh wow.
If I
If
bring
not, you
my
get a
own-
2-hour one.
If I bring my own tube, can I sneak on the bus?
If you bring your own tube, the bus is free.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And how you just drive your own personal car there?
Yeah, I mean, they have like a nice little area. They got a jail cell there. So if you're acting up, Joel, they'll put you in
They
there.
have a jail cell for that? Oh.
It's drunk driving. People will drunk drive out there like
yeah.
crazy.
I can imagine people just get drunk on the river and then
Have you seen
Fucking
it?
smack into a horse.
yeah.
You just take a cooler of beer?
Yeah, I'll do like a cooler. You're not really supposed to bring glass, but if you like
Okay.
shove it in at the bottom of the cooler, then no one's gonna say anything.
You bring glass? Oh my god.
It's like
How's the water? Is it warm or is it cold or what?
it's pretty cold.
Really?
Is it really?
No, it's pretty cold. Yeah,
It's Colorado River.
it's hot on the surface, but if you like actually get your whole body in, it's
yeah.
pretty cold.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
But you get out, you're dry as a whistle in like 1 minute because it's so fucking hot
Yeah,
outside.
yeah. Yeah, we need to go actually.
I'm
Yeah,
down.
we
We
should
could
go
go.
in the next few
We
weeks.
could- Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah.
I think they close in September, like
That's
end
why
of
we got
September.
to
so.
go before the month. Maybe we
yeah.
should go next week. when
My
John-
mom's
John's
coming to
working.
town next week. She loves to float the river. We should go.
I'm in.
My mom
Down.
would like you.
I don't have shit going on next week. I'll go with you and your mother.
You want to be my mom?
Let's go.
Are you gonna be around next week?
Oh yeah, during the day, yeah.
Okay.
But let's see what else. In terms of like working out, do you feel like you have to really like strive hard to like stay in shape working in bottle service?
Yes.
And
I don't work out though.
You don't work out. You're just
Yeah.
naturally skinny.
I'm just naturally skinny. My metabolic rate is fucking
How
crazy.
do you do it?
Starvation.
That's what it is, huh?
Just
Just
kidding.
one
No,
flew away.
I'm pretty good about eating. I just feel like when you work in the club, you wake up at 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Your first meal is lunch. So
No, honestly,
Like
if
a
you
fast.
if you have a good diet,
Yeah.
you don't need to work out. If
Yeah.
you're being active, you're not sitting on your ass.
yeah.
Like so like that going into work at night for 4 days a week is plenty.
And I feel like if you're drinking, you're kind of just going back on your whole workout plan.
Yeah, the sugar. And
You
all
can
that.
fake it. I'll say it. You can fake it. If you don't want to drink, put the drink underneath the table, give it to
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else. But don't pour something and then be like, oh, I don't want this. And like, because the guests will know. They'll
Yeah,
see
yeah,
it
yeah,
and they'll be
that's
like,
offended
you're
by it.
not drinking.
Shady.
Why would you pour that out for no reason?
You never want to be
Like,
shady with the guests.
I feel like it's weird when people get like try to force bottle girls to like take a shot with them or something. Like, relax, man. Like,
Yeah.
do whatever, you know?
Like, just do whatever. If you want to get drunk, that's cool
They're like,
by all means. But I don't want to get drunk.
do a shot. I'm cool. I want you to do a shot.
Yeah,
And you're
what
like,
a shot of what?
Good.
Don Julio Blanco.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Hey, the funniest.
What's your
Ramin's always like, girls will be like trying to do a shot, and he's like, "Psh, back off, like, cause it's like always like Clase Azul or something, and he's like, no.
You don't deserve that.
Yeah.
Funny story about Ramin. I love Ramin.
Yeah.
So Joel and I, this is like around the first time me and Joel actually started hanging out, and it's like what, 3 years ago?
I don't know what story you're gonna tell.
We're hanging out at Ramin's house. We're pretty lit. We're hanging out.
Optima.
Yeah, it's me, David, Ramin, and Joel. And David walks in, and he's like, the first second he walks in, he's like, smells like fucking dog shit. Like, it literally smells like shit.
All right. So what happened was, It smelled like dog shit in there. And we couldn't figure out where it was coming from.
Is it liquid ass?
And at the time, I was actually living with Ramin. Well, the thing is, he was never in town, so I just had the place to myself. But when he was in town, I put a bed in the living room, an air mattress, for when Ramin was in town. So I slept in the living room when he was in town, and so I looked under the bed, I looked under the couch, I looked everywhere. And where was it, Allie?
On the bottom of his shoe.
Oh my God. Looking everywhere.
Looking everywhere, tracking it everywhere. It was all over the couch,
and
all over the bed.
He didn't want to stand on the ground because he was like, it's probably on the ground. He had his feet up on the couch.
I was like, don't touch the ground.
Yeah.
Was Little E there or something? Because Little E, like,
probably he lived there.
Well, he messaged us and he's like, I just remember that one time Joel was walking all over our apartment tracking shit all around or something, and he's trying to find shit on the ground.
I think he got there later.
I mean, it happened.
Yeah, he knew about it.
Yeah.
We never forgot. And it was just
so
shit
funny.
all over the apartment. From just walking around trying to find
You
it.
turn around, there'd be like Joel's footprints of just
And I was
dog
like,
shit.
it's got to be under here. I could smell it right here.
He's looking underneath something, but his face is so close to his shoe.
Yeah, that's what's getting worse. He's like,
oh my God,
somewhere
it
around
smells
here.
like shit.
I was like, it's really strong right here. It must be under the couch. I don't know how it got under the couch. So I flipped the couch,
Oh
like
my
destroyed
God.
the whole place looking for it, and tracked shit all over. It was such a mess.
Oh my God.
Oh man, I forgot you were there for that.
That was
That's
so
great
funny.
that you were there for that. That's
No.
funny.
So fucking funny.
David loves that story. He's like, this is how stupid Joel is, and that was just a stupid thing that I did. That doesn't make me stupid.
Stupid mistakes don't make stupid people.
Allie, what's the word on the street? Do people think I'm stupid?
I think anything I've actually ever heard of you is very positive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you let me know, because I try to make people think I'm really smart.
You try?
We're trying
or you are.
We're rebranding Joel, okay?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna rebrand. I want
You
people,
are smart. I feel like you are. What's your IQ?
I don't know. How do you find that out? Is it like an ACT?
You can take an IQ test.
Yeah, you can take an IQ test.
That sounds shady. That doesn't sound legit.
Have you ever taken one?
Have I?
Where do you go to
I
take
think
an
I took like my SATs and stuff.
You can just, there's a bunch of
But that's not
online
really
ones and other things.
IQ. That's not like an IQ test. That's
Yeah, it's been a while
different.
since I've taken one.
When I joined the Army, they made me take a test, and once you take that test, they tell you what you're allowed to do in the Army. They're like, okay, you're smart enough to do these jobs, right? That's what they tell you.
Okay.
And I was smart enough to do everything.
Okay, then you're definitely smart.
But I chose the stupidest job, so I would be smart with the people around me. So I chose infantry, which you don't have to be smart to be infantry,
Yeah.
because it's all muscle. So like, there's people in my platoon that couldn't even write their own name, like just idiots. But
You're
strong.
lying. You're lying.
No, I'm not. In fact, one guy was considered actually mentally, like, they had to send him back. They're like, how did he get here? Because like,
Real winners he's working with.
the infantry, you just need to be able to like shoot a gun and
Yeah.
march. Yeah, you don't have to be smart. But if you are smart, it's great, because then you're just like, everyone's dumb around you.
They're looking
I think
up
that's
to you.
why I got out of the Army, because like everyone around me was just dumb, and I was like, I can't.
He
do
gets
this.
back and he like can't talk to anybody. Civilization has ceased to exist.
Were you
Yeah.
social back then?
I always have been, yeah.
Yeah.
In the Army, I worked at a club for 4 years. I was stationed in Washington, D.C., my first place they put me. And I worked at a nightclub at nights for the front doorman for 4 years. Huge club. That was my first
Really?
club. I was 19.
I learn new things about him every day.
Yeah,
I really
me too.
do.
We've all been through a lot. But when I lived in D.C., that was the most fun I've had, living in Washington, D.C.
Is it nice
besides
weather?
Scottsdale. It's
Like-
just, it's very humid, and then it can be very cold.
Okay.
So summers are rough because of humidity, and then winters are rough because it snows.
That sucks.
So yeah, it's probably not as good as Scottsdale. We just have these rough summers, you know.
Yeah. It's not even bad. It's literally July and August.
I love your attitude. So you've only been here 5 years and you already agree. It's like
it's
we
not bad.
We're gonna get through August and it's over.
The only thing that I think sucks is wanting to go do something and it being outside and just knowing, like planning ahead of time that you probably will sweat your ass off.
In July, it's the worst, but the rest of the year
My
is great.
SRP bill is like $400 fucking dollars.
Same.
Yeah.
And then in the winter, it goes down to $20.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
My AC is just on 24/7.
Same. And I have a dog too, so I mean it's like kind of
Yeah.
inhumane to like have a dog just sitting in the fucking hot desert.
Yeah, mine's like 700,000 around the summers usually.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a big house.
It's definitely a huge house. You have 3 floors or 2 floors?
That's why I had to text
Just
him
one
today
floor,
to
just one floor.
turn the AC
One
down.
floor?
Well, it's about 5,000 square feet, but
Wow.
but it does take a lot of money too. air condition this place, unfortunately.
Definitely. Do you leave the doors open?
Well, sometimes I go in and out, especially going to the pool and other things. You leave the door open for a brief time. Oh my God, all the air just gets sucked out right away.
All the bugs. Have you seen the bugs in this town?
Oh yeah, mosquitoes.
They're in different areas. Depends on where you live.
Twice this has occurred to me. I've had 2 of those fat ass dung beetles, like the black ones with the huge
I can tell you
like
where
a
you
bug's
live based
life
on
in my house.
I can tell you where you live based on the type of bugs you have.
I'll give you my exterminator.
Where
They're
do I
great.
live?
You have those beetles?
Yeah.
It sounds like you live in like Chandler.
No.
Okay. Do you live in Scottsdale?
In between Scottsdale and Phoenix.
Okay.
So Arcadia.
I should have. Biltmore was going to be my first guess. Arcadia.
I used to live at the Biltmore. Yeah.
Because Derek has those same bugs, and he lives on 38th Street.
I live on 38th. I live next to Derek.
He has those same bugs.
We live at the same complex.
There you go.
Yeah.
I always know everyone's
so
bugs.
Funny. Wait, that's so ironic because I thought I was the only one that saw
You live in
them.
Derek's complex?
Yeah. You want to know an actual funny story? When I moved in, I'm not going to say unit numbers or anything, but when I moved in, his unit is like kind of behind mine. So like you have to take one road like this and then there's like another road like this. My unit's on this one and his is on this one.
Yours is on 38th Street?
I thought his unit was mine when the first time I went to go view it.
Yeah.
So I parked in front of his garage and like I literally went to go unlock the front door.
Oh shit.
And he opens the door and he's like, hello?
He's like, what do you want?
Hey, man.
I'm like, oh, whoa, sorry. Like, this is definitely not my unit.
It's a good Derek
I
impression.
apologize. I'm like, so sorry.
Come on,
And
Ellie,
he didn't recognize me. He didn't recognize me.
Come on, it's me. It's me, Derek.
He didn't fucking recognize me.
I don't recognize you without your makeup.
That's rude.
I am just a kid.
I've never seen Ellie without makeup, to be honest.
I'm cute. I'm
Yeah.
cute.
All right, we'll throw you in the
It's
pool.
not like I have like 8 pounds of makeup on my face.
It's
No,
not like
you
one of those
don't.
people like you get thrown
You
in the
don't.
pool. They're like, who is that?
Peekaboo.
I have a video of her without her makeup, just covered in champagne water.
Yeah. Are we going back to the wet
Lost an
t-shirt?
eyelash. Lost an eyelash.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. All right, so you have beetles. Yeah, I knew it. See, I know where all the bugs are. I was like, oh, so you sound like you
Well,
live in
apparently
Derek.
it happens when it rains too. They come out from hibernation.
Somehow I have 0 bugs at my house. I don't know how that is.
Joel's the only bug that lives there.
Yeah.
It's just me and my doggy. Maybe she eats them.
Gross. She probably does.
I've seen her eat bugs.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I never have bugs.
Yeah, I just have it sprayed all around the house, and I've never had an issue.
I just got my house sprayed
great.
because of that issue.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
The mosquitoes are a little harder to deal with, but
Allie, do you have a 5-year plan? It's okay if you don't.
You're looking at it.
So the next 5 years, bottle girl.
I really want to get into.
That's fine.
I want to get into like esthetician and stuff, and you
So
know,
the-
hair, lashes, cosmetology.
I feel like that's a common thing.
It's always that or like real estate. And not saying that I wouldn't be good at that because I definitely have like the sales in me. I could definitely persuade myself into doing that. It's just more about the fact that I don't want to do something that everybody else does.
Yeah.
And I've always talked about like moving somewhere else too. Like I want to do like private aviations for like yachts and, you know, aviation is planes, but
Okay,
you
yeah.
know, I want to do stuff along that lines of
Do you know
Because we have good.
serving.
Do you know Kaylee that used to work at Hi-Fi a long time ago? She's doing that in Miami. I think.
Yeah. And no, Miami's such a good area. Brickell, I would definitely live there for a couple years, go along the lines of something that's boating, like a server, but
Yeah.
private servers.
So do you feel that there's like a lifespan of being in bottle service? Like people could only tolerate so much or like being there for so long and then they eventually go out, like, venture onto something else?
It gets to the point where you're just kind of fed up.
Over it.
You're over it. A lot of the girls leave either because of their age or because it hasn't been fun anymore.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You know, it's only meant to be so fun for so long. It's like going to the club. You know, I'm not going to go out. I'll go out with friends and stuff. But if you texted me on a Wednesday night and was like, hey, do you want to go out? I'd probably say no.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
because I'm used to it.
Outside of the club, it's like you said, you still have the tubing. We're still very close to Vegas. We're still very close to LA. And there's still
Lake
a lot
Havasu.
of there's a lot of stuff to do around here outside of the club. I mean, you can really stay busy, and especially
Definitely.
when it's not July and August and really hot. Just even sitting in your backyard's great. Like it's just nice around here.
It's
It's a simpler life than Miami, I guess, is all I'm saying. But
probably cheaper too.
by hundreds of thousands. It's
Well, and not
Miami's-
to mention, we don't have any natural disasters, so you're not gonna catch me in Florida like swept up in a hurricane.
Yeah, this is true.
You know.
We did have like a warning for a tornado the other day, but
right here in McCormick.
I saw that. I literally took a screenshot of that.
there was some
Yeah.
trees down in this area.
Just right here and in San
It said
Antonio.
like over 30 miles per hour of winds.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
David called me and he's like, I think a tornado is coming through. And I was like, a tornado is not coming through.
It damaged my saguaro outside.
It just was
I
in this
know.
neighborhood.
I thought it was gonna tip over.
Did you know it was saguaro when you moved here, or did someone have to correct you?
I think I got corrected.
Because a saguaro is spelled with a G. Now, there's some other words here in Arizona that are spelled weird. Can you name any of them? Like javelina,
Yeah.
and it's javelina.
Wait,
A lot of
what's that
people-
other one?
I actually see
Starts
a
with a P.
I see a lot in Prescott, actually.
Prescott. It's Prescott, I thought.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Prescott.
Prescott. I don't
Yeah.
know. Prescott.
Oh,
What is it, Joel?
That's another one.
Prescott.
You have family there.
My
Prescott.
dad lives in Prescott. Route 66.
Yeah, I see a lot of deer. I see a lot of deer, javelinas. There's a bunch there. I almost ran over a javelina. Oh my
Have you
god.
been to the Grand Canyon?
I have
times.
not actually. Have you?
I went for the first time like a couple weeks ago, and I went at night, and it was fucking dope.
Really?
I saw a supernova. I don't know if you're like into astronomy or anything.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, it's crazy out there. You can see any star within a distance, like the mile radius is crazy. But
Interesting.
it's just because there's no pollution. So
Is there any like telescopes or anything out there that
You
you, could
gotta
actually
hike
look
down
at?
there
Or
one
what?
day.
no, but there's like a bunch of random cars parked in like the
Just
parking
looking.
lot. No one's there. I'm like, did you guys jump over, or did someone just come and kidnap you? Because
A lot of times you just park there and hike down to the bottom and spend the night. I just did it a month ago.
wait, you can do that?
I do it.
Well, I
do
know
it-
that there's like
I've done it twice.
There's like a water. I seen Mike Babin did that.
Well, there's different areas. So Havasupai Falls is the south side of the Grand Canyon that's owned by that reservation. It's still the Grand Canyon. It's just called Havasupai Falls. And then there's the Grand Canyon National Forest, which is the part we call the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Still the same thing. There's like probably 5 different main trails that you can, Sunrise, Kebab, I can name them all. And you go down and you stay a night, and then you can either, you have to get a permit to either camp down there, or if they catch you camping without a permit, you get fined, or you can, and the permits are hard to get. You have to
Yeah.
apply for them. It's almost like hunting a deer. You know, you have to apply for a tag.
Definitely.
I know for
it
like
took me 4 years to get a
Havasu
permit.
Falls, right, or something. They have that type of thing.
Same thing at Havasupai
Same thing. Yeah, that's
Falls.
the same thing.
I've always wanted to go there.
So cool.
It's nice. I've heard it's nice.
Yeah, that's the one I did a month ago. I took a helicopter out.
Ooh, I do love
That's
a
aw-
good
that'd be
helicopter
awesome.
Ride. So do you have to stay in a tent, or
You bring your tent. You
and then
should,
like, is
'cause
there a
there's bugs.
bathroom? Because I've heard. I mean, it's the same thing as Mount Everest. People will climb Mount Everest, and now it's known for there's just shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's
everywhere.
nuts.
I saw
could
that the
see
other day.
They'll fine you if you don't pick up your shit because
I would hide my shits in like areas that I knew no one would see.
No,
but
everyone walks past and they're like, that's not.
There was like a video
That's
saying,
not Joel. That's a bear.
saying that there's been so much shit accumulation that it could form some kind of like avalanche or something.
No,
I was like,
it's
what?
It's called a shit avalanche slide.
Yeah, exactly.
Swear.
I saw it. And I was like,
There are
what the hell?
bathrooms.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah, there are
Okay, that's
bathrooms,
good.
but when you gotta go, you gotta go. So I don't think I ever use the bathrooms.
Makes sense.
You just hold it in.
So you just find a place off the trail, and like I always looked for funny places.
He's eating berries and like taking a shit in the corner.
I took the shit, and I was like, oh my god! I went and got my buddy Nick. I was like, dude, you gotta see where I pooped. And he's like, what? I was like, look, it's over here. Someone's definitely gonna walk off.
Are you one of those people that's on a tree, like vertically?
I like do it in areas where I'm like, someone's definitely gonna step in this. So not on the trail, but like if you were to go off, you would step in my shit, and I just think that's funny.
That'd be the worst. That's the worst than stepping in dog shit. Stepping on human shit.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah. So people shit all in the water. So don't drink the water. You know, drink it. There's so many hikers. You know.
Did you find that out the hard way?
Well,
Oh my
I would
God.
never. I'm not that because if there's that many people around water, you
Yeah.
shouldn't be drinking it. That's just
Definitely probably
something
not,
you should
yeah.
know. Because someone could have like the flu or something, and they're in it, and you're drinking it.
Yeah, that's
So
gross.
especially if they're peeing and shitting in it. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, I brought a tablet. I can put it in here, and now I can drink it." And I'm like, that tablet's not gonna get rid of a virus or something.
Yeah, I've seen those
You gotta
straws. They're like filter straws, and you stick it in.
No,
Gotta boil
don't
that
do
definitely doesn't work.
That would work if there wasn't other people around
Yeah.
shitting in it. So like, they have streams though, like that don't have poop in them that
That's
you can
good.
drink all around.
I'm so glad that I know that now.
Plenty of water to drink at the Grand Canyon, and if you haven't hiked to the bottom, you have to do it one day.
How long does it take? Like 2 hours?
No, it's 5 hours, 7 hours. It depends on what level you're at, but you just kind of want to take your time, especially because it's so hot. You don't want to you're not really covered by anything, and it's 12 miles.
Scorching you.
Scorching.
What do you think about like going out in Tempe versus going out in Scottsdale?
I've been to Tempe. It's definitely cute and nice. Like, I would definitely bring my family there. It's kind of ASU population, you know? So
yeah, it is a younger population.
people with fake IDs, or if you want to go out with your family and not get crazy. But it's cute. I haven't been in a while. We used to actually go to varsity and do like outings there.
Yeah.
You believe it or
I
not,
haven't been there in a long time either.
Tempe was busier. When I first moved here, it was busier than Old Town.
I do believe that because Shady Park was there and everything.
And it was before they even built Shady Park. But there was this there was no Ubers, didn't exist. And so people couldn't pay $5 to get a ride to Old Town, even though now it's like $10. But like either way,
more than that.
You had to call a yellow cab or something, which was $20, $30, $40 to get from Tempe to Scottsdale. So students couldn't afford that.
Yeah.
And I just always have these memories of I would party in Old Town and then ride around on New Year's Eve or Halloween, these big holidays, and then we would go hit Tempe, and it would be nuts. Like people lining the streets because like I said, there was no Uber. So I remember everyone was trying to get a ride home after the party. Ride homes after the party were different without Uber. A lot of people were just out. Not that I don't want to make this whole segment about Uber, but it is crazy that's what changed Tempe.
No, I definitely agree. That's kind of cool, though. I wish I was around for that.
It was good for Old Town because now they all come up here.
Yeah.
So, like, chances are if you were talking to a hot girl in Old Town, she goes to ASU. And that was, like, kind of how it was before, but not as much as what it is now. And if you wanted to talk to a hot girl from ASU, you would just go party in Tempe. But now, if you want to talk to a meth head or something, you go party in Tempe.
Or you go downtown Phoenix.
I don't think that's accurate.
All right, no offense, Tempe. But, it really isn't what it used to be.
It's only his experience.
Yeah, that's his experience. I feel like no matter where you go, there's like something that is fun for everyone, you know? Like there's some fun places in Tempe. I haven't been in a while, but Varsity's great. I do like Phoenix, some of the Phoenix bars. Like there's some interesting things.
No, because I had just been to Killer Whale Sex Club. Or,
that's kind of fun. Yeah.
That place is so cool.
I like the interesting drinks that they have, just like the cool environment. It's kind of, I would have never thought it was a bar when you're walking in because it looks like a house or something.
There's a
guy.
It
literally looks like a preschool house. Like they have you stand outside and there's fucking letters in the yard that says like welcome kids.
Yeah, the first time I went there I was like, what is this?
I've never been to Killer World Sex Club, but I've heard of it, and I've been sent this menu they had of like two guys kissing on their menu.
It looks like you.
Yes.
It looks like Joe.
And in fact,
no, it literally looks
people
like
will
him.
come to town and ask me if I can get them into Killer World Sex Club, and I'm like, I don't know anybody there. Like, why are you associating me with this?
I'm gonna pull it up because if you haven't seen this,
Jerome, everyone sends me this picture.
Have you guys ever been to like Cobra Bar or like?
Oh yeah, Cobra Arcade Bar. They have one in Tucson now too. It's solid.
It's kind of a fun, interesting bar to check out.
Again,
they have tacos sometimes. They have like.
It's an interesting crowd, but
yeah, it's different. Way
there's
different.
a reason they pat you down really hardcore there.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. I would. That's probably one of the bars I would always want to go to when I go downtown. Is Cobra Arcade.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm sad because nothing's coming up with a photo, but it
they
literally
got rid
looks
of it.
like Joel.
I just had to just not reply to it for a long time.
It's like a guy in tidy whities and another guy, and they're like basically making
I think
out.
someone was trying to ask if it was Cody Bona or something at some point too.
Yeah, it was either me or Cody.
Oh, I haven't heard of that name in forever.
Was he working in town when you I guess he hasn't been here in years.
He's in Texas, right?
Yeah, but where was he before Houston? Was it Dallas?
He was in Miami.
Where was he before Miami? It was Houston. And then before Houston, he was in Dallas. So he's been gone a long, long time.
Yeah, it's been for a while.
Cody used to work at the Mint.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before he moved to Dallas. And now he's in Austin. He runs Johnny Manziel's bar.
Money Bar. Have you been there?
Is that good? Yeah, I've never been.
I've never been.
I'm actually supposed to go to Texas in September.
Texas is fun.
Yeah, my sister goes to TCU, so.
I feel like Dallas especially is very much like Scottsdale, at least in terms of environment for the bars and restaurants and other things like that. I feel like it's very like similar. Don't you think? Have you been there?
Yeah, it's very similar.
I feel like they let anybody in because when I went out there, like Houston or like Fort Worth, basically.
Yeah.
My sister, I mean, she's like 19.
I feel like Fort Worth is like the Tempe.
They'll let in anybody. They'll look at your ID.
I've
they
heard
don't
this about
scan
Zach.
it.
I
They
heard
don't
Zach
take
lets people in
photos.
underage all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They just let him in. But then you start to realize like these
He does
people
not.
are
He does not.
super
I'm
young.
kidding.
You go to the bar, they're getting like fucking, what are those?
Shirley Temples.
AMFs.
Adios,
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
To be honest, I haven't heard of that in a long time. They don't like
An
it's-
AMF?
Well, you don't like see it in Scottsdale often. Like in New Mexico, when I was in Albuquerque,
popular.
it was super popular. Everyone was
Yeah.
drinking these adios motherfuckers. But what is it? Tequila,
It's like tequila,
vodka. I don't know what it is, but it's like 3 alcohols
vodka,
or something, isn't it?
rum.
Yeah, it's a few different alcohols.
What's that white one?
I can't even tell you.
And adios, motherfucker.
Yeah.
What's the rum that's like?
I always memorize it. It's like a Long Island. So whatever's in Long
yeah,
Island. So it's
yeah.
like rum, vodka,
Can we get a fact
tequila,
checked on that?
Yeah, we're checking it right now. But yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it.
maybe some
Yeah,
pucker.
yeah. So half an ounce of vodka, half
apple
an ounce of
pucker.
rum, half an ounce of tequila, half an ounce of gin, and half an ounce of blue curacao, 2 ounces
Yeah,
of sweet and
carousel.
sour,
Yeah.
and some
Yeah.
Sprite or 7-Up.
I do.
Sounds good.
I don't do the blue carousel. I make mine green.
It's what makes it blue.
Yeah, that's what makes it blue.
I make mine green
What do you put in it?
because I think carousel is disgusting. I do apple pucker instead.
Oh, that actually sounds really good. I've never tried that.
So mine are all green. But yeah, it's just like a Long Island basically.
That sounds good.
Fuck you up.
There's basically
Can we
2
get an
shots in it,
AMF in
right?
here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my god. I just can't do them like I used to.
Wait, yeah, gin. I've never really liked to drink drinks with gin, to be honest.
My
but
first time drinking was
I just drank gin last night.
Really?
You got to do like a Hendrix dirty martini, wet, slap her across the face. You'll be fine.
It's good when you just
So
want to like
good.
sip on a drink. You know what I mean?
I love Hendrix.
I think gin. I love Hendrix. I think gin's one of the only alcohols that I won't get a hangover from.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that your go-to when you go out to like drinking?
Yeah, I'll either do like a Carajillo, which is
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm saying it.
Liquor for
Carajillo.
Was it
Carajillo.
liquor 43 and it's espresso.
Yeah, vanilla liqueur.
Yeah. I actually have one of those bottles here.
It's
But
good.
I know.
Make
It's
you
like
a
a Mexican.
Carajillo.
Yeah, it's Mexican
Carajillo.
I actually prefer it over an espresso martini, to be honest.
It tastes way better. I also don't like when my drink gets warm and it's on ice. So.
Yeah, that's why I always say the only way to drink a martini is to just chug it because you're not supposed to drink it warm.
No,
And
100.
so they
yeah.
give it to you cold. Let's go get one after
Got
this.
it. I'm so down.
I'll relapse.
Are you sober?
Not really.
Oh.
So outside of Old Town, what's your favorite restaurant?
Oceans.
Ocean 44? Yeah,
Oceans
yeah.
44 is really
They cook
good.
great steak. What's your favorite thing to get there?
Ooh, their crab cakes are unbelievable. Like
Yeah, those are
a good crab cake. I also really like just the seafood towers in general. Like a lot of people say that they don't like seafood, but I think it's just like an acquired taste.
Yeah. I love
good
seafood.
seafood is the best.
I love seafood. And then I think like runner up for food wise, I would do like Steak 44 in Phoenix.
Same thing, same
Yeah.
company.
Exact same thing.
It's run by the same people, yeah.
Yeah. It's the same
It's the
exact.
exact
But the
same
menu is a little
restaurant.
different, I thought.
More
Well,
seafood at
yeah,
Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you tried the chicken fried lobster there?
No, but that sounds
You
so
gotta try
good.
this. It's lobster that's deep fried like in a chicken batter or something. It tastes almost like chicken, but it's like sweeter and it just tastes so good.
I don't think I've had that.
You gotta try it.
That's
It's
at
like
Steak?
amazing. Yeah,
I think we need to go.
you're gonna get one order. You're
You
gonna
know,
be
I
like,
opened Steak 44. I was a professional server.
Really?
Yeah, I had to memorize the whole menu. It was like-
Okay, well, what's your worst restaurant? Like, what would you say is like
worst
just
restaurant.
so bad?
Well,
Applebee's.
Like food poisoning bad.
Applebee's. Oh,
I- to be
Diego
honest-
Pops.
Diego Pops. I
I'm
haven't
not
eaten
gonna lie, I
call it
don't really
Diego
like Diego
Poops.
Pops. Yeah.
Well, there's I don't know. I just like to stick to the places that I go to. So I like Houston's for lunch, which is great.
Never been there either. That sounds really good.
Every single thing is good there. It's amazing. What's the one they have sushi at? The one across town?
Hillstone.
Hillstone's like it's basically like the same
It's
stuff.
the
as-
difference between Ocean and Steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that type of environment, but it's the same exact environment, same type of food, but they have a little bit more sushi and other things over there at Hillstone. So that's my favorite lunch spot. I love slanted rice, which is really good here for lunch.
Ooh, have you ever been to Buck and Ryder?
Oh, I love
That's
Buck and Ryder
my
too.
number one.
Buck and Ryder is my number one. I'll sit there
Hey,
and
let's
eat.
go to happy hour.
I'm down. I live right next to it.
Okay, that's doable.
Don't stalk me.
That's in 1 hour.
Thank you.
This one will be posted for a week. But
We'll post it.
what's your favorite? Do you drink coffee or anything?
Yeah, I used to work at Dutch Bros and Starbucks.
So what do you feel is better?
That's where you got that attitude.
Yeah, you want me to get in your car?
Dutch Brothers created her. Hi, how are you today?
Hi, how are you? What can I
tell
get
me
for
about
you?
that. What do you plan? Okay.
You want some champagne?
All right, here's your drink. Have a nice day. Bye.
Go, go, go. Let's get the next person in here.
It
makes more sense now.
Okay, so I pull up to you. You're at the Dutch Brothers window, and what would you say to me? Is that your job, to cheer me up or something?
I think a part of the job is to make you feel good.
Okay.
And it's all about hospitality and being nice to people. We have like a motto, and it's basically, you know, if you're not going to say it to your closest friend, don't say it to literally anybody you know.
Which makes sense.
If you're not going to say it.
If you don't say it to someone that you don't know, don't say it to like, or.
If you're not comfortable, if you're
not comfortable saying it outside of work, don't say it at work.
That's your motto?
It's like.
How does that translate to this giddy attitude?
Not my motto. The motto is basically just serve everyone like you would yourself. Like. That's even such a bad representation. I can't.
Yeah, it's a good.
Can we start over, bleep?
Yeah.
All right. We're starting over.
What is the motto of the Dutch?
I think it's just everyone, you know, treat everyone like you want to be treated.
I don't want people to be all giddy with me at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. I don't think anybody wants to talk to you at 5:30 in the morning.
Except for people that work at Dutch Brothers.
Yeah.
Because there's, hi, how are you? My name's Alicia.
I was super cool about it though. Like I just be like, hey, what's up? I got fired from Dutch. Like,
oh yeah.
I worked there in Oregon when I was in high school, and I got fired because I talked to a customer about MDMA.
Oh my god.
And this fucking cock ass sucker bitch, I fucking hate her.
They reported you?
She goes up to my manager and she's like, yeah, Allie was talking about Molly in the stand. And
Did you know that people are little tattletales like that?
They just overheard you.
How crazy is that? That was your first lesson in that.
I was just like, there's no way that you're good. I was talking to him. I was relating to him on something. He wanted to talk about it. He was like, oh, like, have you ever done it? I said,
That's how I got fired. That's what happened for me getting fired at Steak 44. Same
really?
thing.
People were talking about you?
I was talking to someone, and then someone went and said, Joel was discussing someone's breast. And I'm like, why would you go tell on me for that?
That's the weirdest thing.
There's just no reason for that.
And so HR's like, so we heard you're talking about people's breasts. And I'm like,
what?
No, I would never.
I can't even recall that myself.
Yeah, I'm like all the time.
This is new information to me. Continue.
Yeah,
Continue.
I was like, nope, not me. You got the wrong guy. But like, what the hell? Little freaking snitches all up in these jobs.
That's why I don't trust anybody.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah. People literally, I'm always like, all right, who's talking about me now? Like running their mouth, like just making shit up.
Do you think it's just people trying to improve their standing at the?
And that's what I learned.
But you know what's funny is I've known a lot of people, my managers. I would say I'm very close with all my managers that I've ever worked with, just because it pays to, you know.
It works out for you in the long run.
Yeah, in the long run, you're gonna be social and talk to them and be a nice person. Like they're gonna put 2 cents into you, like they are, like you are to them.
Yeah.
But if you're close with them, you can find reasons to like shut that shit down.
Right.
But
and the reason it didn't work out for me was because I was talking about the manager's tits. And an employee goes, hey, I overheard Joel talking about your tits. And I'm like, why would you go, what?
And as a manager, you're going to sit there.
You talking about my tits?
Yeah.
There's those managers that'll say something and be like, you know what, it's not your business to be talking about that. Or, they'll shut it down.
Yeah.
But there's the other managers that'll they'll just feed into it. And they're like, yeah, I want to know more. Tell me more. And that's how you can tell who really runs a good business and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
And you learned that at Dutch Brothers.
The one and only.
Yeah. It's tough to learn those lessons the hard way, but luckily it was just Dutch Brothers.
Yeah, it could have been more serious.
And I say the same thing. I'm like, luckily it was just Steak 44.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever. Okay.
Steak 44 is nice, though.
Honestly, if they hadn't fired me, I'd have been there forever because I enjoyed working there. I would walk in and they'd be like, these are your requests tonight. I'd have every table I had was requested me.
Oh.
And so I had like
popular.
a following, you know, of foodies that
Yeah.
enjoyed having me, and I was like, I'll just stay here forever. It's chill, and it's easy, like you said. Like I made as much money as a bottle girl working.
Yeah, no, it's super easy. Especially, do you like get commission if you book people, like a table?
No.
No.
But you get the table. You know, I would pick the tables that I knew were going to spend the most, so I would get the
Oh,
better
so you
tip.
get the tip out anyways.
You keep all your tips.
That's
So I would be done with work by 11 and have more cash in my pocket than any bottle girl.
yeah.
And I'd be like, and I'm done
I
by
mean,
11.
yeah, sometimes I'll make 3K one night. Some nights I'll make fucking 300.
Yeah, that's
It
the
is
truth.
all about also who you are. Because I could sit here and tell you, like, I'm such a good person, but, like, your actions are really what speak. And if you're serving someone and you're giving the best hospitality that you can possibly give, you are going to make dough out of it. You're going to make so much money.
It's going to work out for you in the long run.
And then not only do you have someone that, like, knows you, but they will value you and they'll request other people to go to you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Well, it's
Networking.
Well, I
So
feel like
you
when
get commission
I make commission, yeah.
on and a tip
Yeah, so like I have specific guests that like come in, like
that
I'm
you've
really close with.
prearranged.
Yeah, and like sorry, but if a girl wants to cross me for my my client or my guest, like I'm not about that.
yeah.
You're gonna
what
find
would you
your own
do?
money.
Would you text the client and be like, hey, make
I-
sure they know?
I think you have to be secure with yourself to know that like if he wants another girl, let him have her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be a second option, but also you're texting me wanting to spend money on me. Just because you come to the club and you spend 25 grand and we get along really nicely and I'm making commission off that doesn't mean that another girl is going to act the same that I do. They could just want you for the money. You have to know your boundaries, you know?
Well, I've learned like different bottle girls are a lot worse than others. I think one of the things that's actually kind of dropped some of the service down is that 20% is automatically added as a tip. So I feel like they don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes they bring you your bottle or whatever happens to be, and then they just disappear and never show back up again.
I'm not that type of server.
You never have been,
Yeah.
but like there's been other people that do that, and they're like, you're just like, okay.
they're waiting for
And you're-
something
and
better
you're-
to
and you're
come
trying,
in.
yeah, and you're trying to
Yeah,
call, and you're
that's-
trying to call your security, everybody, just to like have like open the bottle because it's not open or something. And it's annoying.
Well,
But-
those girls don't last very long.
Exactly. So, what are some tips that you would give to
To the future.
being a successful bottle girl?
Have fun. It's all about fun. Don't get too drunk, you know?
Yep.
There are going to be multiple nights that you can have fun and get drunk, but remind yourself that it's always a job and you are dealing with hundreds of thousands of dollars. If someone disputes something, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So you need to be very careful and cautious with your decisions. It pays to have fun, but it also pays to be a good person and know what you're doing at the same time. So
Is the rule still? I've been out of it for a minute, not long though. Is it a bottle girl is legally allowed to drink champagne? No, it's legal. It's like a thing.
Corporate is very on us about, you know, certain types of alcohol. That's why you'll always hear a bottle girl say like, hey, let's get champagne. Because champagne is easier to drink. It's lighter on the stomach. Yeah, you get fucked up, but I'm taking 8 Casa Repo shots over here. I'm going to be blacked out by the end of the night.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, the liquor
Impossible.
board says this is what they say, that you can drink champagne. They say it.
Liquor board said that.
The liquor board says it. It's in the manager, the test you take. that
Yeah.
A bottle girl in particular is allowed to drink champagne at work, as long as she's 21.
Then yeah, you can drink it as long as you're 21.
So the funny part is, you guys, even though it's not legal, you guys do drink tequila. But my thing is, like, how would anyone know if a cop were to come up to you and say, breathalyzer, oh, this says here you've been drinking tequila, not champagne. That's not a thing. Like, it's
No,
just going to
it's
say
not.
alcohol.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think you get away
I
with
think
it a
it's
lot
about-
more than.
I think it's about being modest too. And like, yeah, we wear lingerie and stuff, but you don't want a blacked out girl on lingerie or in lingerie on 8 shots of tequila.
Yeah.
Like, that's just a bad reputation for yourself.
Yeah. Plus,
you're
you want
creating something.
Plus, you want to be
bad.
able to function and do your job. You know. So.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then the main reason is because you're actually serving this to people, and you could put them in the hospital if you overserve them. That's the real reason.
That's why we have bottle locks. People always ask me, why is there a fucking bottle lock on my thing?
Yeah, it's an Arizona state law. Right?
And I'll sit there and I explain it so perfectly to them. I'll look at them and I'll be like, so if I left this bottle unlocked and I came back around in 10 minutes and you
It was
drank that
gone.
entire bottle and you drove home thinking you're okay and you killed someone or
bar's
killed
fault.
yourself, I will go to jail because it's manslaughter and I overserved you.
Yep, exactly.
So, and they'll sit there and they'll be like, you can put it back on.
Exactly.
Thanks.
No, it makes sense. You're just trying to control the environment and you're trying to control people from getting too wasted is really what it comes down to.
And at the same time, like, you're not going to buy another one.
Yeah.
Save this one. You got 4 hours left.
Yeah, relax.
Save
And
it.
then you're like, let me give you 8 shots right now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You're like, drink this, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Give
Open up.
Give me an ice scooper.
You don't want to know what's gross? The promoter. Oh,
I
don't
can
think,
tell you.
I don't think the
Bringing the
promoters
ice
are
out the
gross.
trash can.
It's okay. They're special buckets for ice. It's not a trash can.
My bad.
But it's really fucking gross when you go up to a table and this promoter's just all over this girl, like fucking hands in her pants and everything. And then you see him scooping ice with his fucking hand in the ice bin.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
That's
just
so gross.
gross. A lot of people do put their hands in the ice, and that's funny. And they put it in
They'll
people's
literally use
pussies.
their hand and scoop it, put it into a cup, and they're like, what do you want in your drink?
And they go back to fingering the girl.
Yeah.
That's called a wet
Or like,
pussy shot.
they'll go to the bathroom and they'll do whatever people do in the bathroom.
Oh, would you
come
like
out,
to know?
No washed hands.
Yeah.
Shit's going down their fucking face. You're like,
Yeah.
who trusted you? Who trusted
Well,
you to fucking pour
technically,
me
I guess your
drinks?
stomach kind of degrades most of those bacteria, but still, it's gross. You know, someone scratching their ass
Yeah.
and then touching the ice, etc. So yeah, use a scoop or use it. I usually just get it from the cup or whatever most time. That's usually what I do.
That's what normal people are
Yeah.
supposed to do.
Yeah, but
They're not normal.
Yeah, it can get dirty in the club.
what's the most popular alcohol? Is it vodka that people mostly get for bottle service, or is it
It's usually just like Casa Repo.
Casa Repo?
Yeah. If
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
like it's like Tito's. But
I feel like Casa Repo is so much better than
Casa
a Blanco.
Repo stands for Casamigos Reposado.
Yeah.
dun dun dun.
For a while, 1942
To
was
the
like
layman.
popular, but it seems like Clase Azul's doing like is more popular now than
Yeah,
1942,
so,
right?
I've
It's 'cause
always
it has less sugar in
it
it.
tastes better too. I think. I
It
don't know.
tastes better. It's less of a hangover. You drink Casa Repo, you get hungover because of all the sugar processed in it.
Yeah, you're right.
And Clase is one of those
It's
alcohols.
not that
it's
it
like,
has less sugar. It's been purified more times. Than,
Yeah.
distilled more.
I
But
mean, you see people coming in and they're drinking 42.
Yeah.
But 42 is distilled for like 2+ years, and then
it's funny because
it's filtered out.
I've loved Clase Azul for so long. I mean, 10, 15 years, and 42. That whole time I liked Clase Azul. Everyone was drinking 42. It was like the thing. 42,
Yeah.
42, 42. And
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
be like, even Ramin, I'd be like, dude, that is disgusting. I was like, this Clase Azul is so yummy.
And now everyone's on your wavelength.
Finally, it happened maybe like 5 years ago, and then I just was like, thank God people get it, and it's so good. You know, I can go through a bottle so quick,
Yeah.
and it's just so yummy. I love Clase Azul.
I would definitely drink Clase over anything.
Yeah, they do a good job. Shout out to my boy. Fuck, I forgot his name. That was a name drop.
Close
That's
friend.
my
Close
boy.
friend.
My close friend. I love it. Arturo.
Give him a minute to think about it.
Arturo. He owns Clase Azul. That's his name.
Arturo.
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 Arturo Fratelli. Arturo, forget about it.
What would you say, like, okay, if you guys saw a girl on the street and she had like full designer, you know, head to toe, versus a girl that's not wearing designer, who would you choose?
Actually, the one without.
Really?
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
All day. Are you kidding
But
me?
with the idea in your head that like she is a nice person.
Well,
you know?
from experience.
She wastes her money on clothes. I would not date her.
If she was like, yeah, I bought this all myself.
I've dated.
I'd be like, you're on OnlyFans or something. Like,
Yeah.
where are you getting all that money?
No, actually.
But also, I think people that I don't want to that girls that spend all their money on this designer stuff, it just kills me.
I know.
It does.
Oh, how
It's
much is a
nice.
Birkin?
A Birkin's like 30 grand. Maybe
My baby bought a
close.
Birkin.
Actually, 60 grand. It depends on what size. It depends on what type of Birkin. It's
Yeah, those are too fancy.
yeah.
Do you
I
want
have
a Birkin?
I have a Chanel bag, and that one's like 9 grand,
Oh my god.
which is it's nice.
You could
You know, it's a
that.
once in a lifetime
Yeah,
thing. You know, but it's like
That's
a treat.
down payment on a house.
It's like a treat.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready to buy a house yet. I don't even know if I'm gonna stay here.
Well, when you go to buy one, just sell a purse.
See, it's an investment. It's not just
You can sell it for the same value. Birkins go up, right?
Well, Birkins go up, Chanel's go up. The resale value on most of these purses are very high quality. And it's just like it's lambskin, calfskin, alligator, like all these different materials. And people will buy it.
Have you ever been in a tight spot and had to go sell a purse?
No.
Never.
Have
you ever been in a tight spot?
I don't buy, no. I mean, when I first moved here, but I was like 19 years old.
Okay.
You know?
I
was living like paycheck to paycheck when I first moved here.
How about that? Have you seen a girl get in a tight spot and go sell a purse?
Yes.
So my follow-up question is, where would you go sell it? Do they just do it online? Is there a place
They
in
have
town?
the Real Real. The Real Real is probably 9 times out of 10 the most high quality.
Have you bought stuff on there?
I bought a necklace on there, like a Chanel necklace. I bought like one of my Cartier rings on there, but it's basically just stuff that's kind of worn in, but sold for like
it's
half
like
the price.
Is it like StockX for designer stuff?
I don't trust StockX.
Oh, you don't?
No, I think that they process things that are fake.
Wow,
they won't look at it.
I kind of agree, just because it's very interesting that they say it's lightly used.
Lightly
Like,
used, but it comes with a tag on it, or it comes in like there's something missing. You know, I don't trust StockX. If I'm gonna buy something, I'll use like the GOAT.
Yeah.
Or
Which seems like the same exact thing
the GOAT.
as StockX.
It's 10 times better.
But as far as
Because I bought like a gallery depth t-shirt on the GOAT, and I mean it was like 2 weeks I hadn't seen it, and they messaged me and they were like, hey, so the person selling this, they sent it to the warehouse. We, looked it over, checked off all the boxes. It came back as fake. So we're refunding you that money, and then we're shipping it back to the guy that sold it.
Yeah.
oh, that's
So, but
cool.
StockX won't do that.
Okay.
So,
So the Real, that's a website.
yeah, I have an app. You want to see?
You have an app for Real?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me
So
see.
the Real is like this little app.
And you would say a lot of people sell their purses on there.
Yeah, so you can like look at it. So you can go to like shop, or I don't know if my Wi-Fi is on. You can turn it off. Like go to shop.
Let it
What
load.
is going on? Smolder.
It's all right. We'll
Give
just
the
edit
camera
out
a
the
little look.
silence.
Look up at 3. Ready? Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna load, but it's basically just this app. And
Joel used to wear designer stuff all the time, and I haven't seen him in designer stuff in a while.
I don't know what you mean by that. I buy the OVO stuff because it's not expensive. And then
it's not. No, it's not.
But
See,
I will
okay,
tell
so
you, people stole it all.
it'll
like
say,
all my
like-
OVO stuff. People walk in my house and just take it out, and you can only get OVO in like Vegas or New York City. So
Yeah.
I buy it when I'm there. Like it's $30-$50 an item. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And then, but it's cool shit, and then
Yeah,
people
yeah.
just steal it.
So
Yeah.
you can search like new arrivals or something, and it'll be like shit that just dropped.
Oh,
so, like,
sick.
You can.
I have noticed that I can go like I've bought stuff at Chrome Hearts. Oh, I bought a Chrome Hearts beanie recently and
Stolen
like first
Stolen.
day one stolen. People are. I have learned that I didn't know that. I learned it the hard way. I don't know if you agree with this, but people are. We have a segment we talk about kleptos, but it's actually really really bad here in town.
It's
Yeah.
really bad.
And it's so bad that like people walk into your own home and just like they're your friends to your face and just walk out with it.
Yeah.
And in their head, even like people we've had on this podcast, and they are like, "Oh yeah, I'm just kind of a klepto." I'm like, it's really not cool. Like,
Why are you bragging about that?
well, I'm not trying to hate, but like I gotta
like-
hate on the kleptoism
It's like
a little.
those people that go to like Maple and Ash and like those straws, and
Oh,
it's
That's
like
funny.
I'm like, that's one thing to steal. It's another thing to steal someone's like hard-earned money.
Yeah, I agree.
I would never.
Okay, yeah.
I'd feel bad.
Ever. So yeah, you can
I had a friend that used to always sell everything from
like search.
Maple and Ash, and they like made him return it all.
Caught him. Nice.
You know
Look,
what I'm
like
talking
these are my
about?
old searches. You can search Chrome Hearts.
I'll tell you. And he was like a truck full of stuff. He was taking the candlestick holders. Like
What?
he just was doing it as a joke. And he like
Returned.
stole so much stuff.
Okay,
Oh my
so you
God.
can search like Chrome Hearts, like they'll have all these.
Oh
but
yeah.
obviously you're not gonna get a fucking.
So if you go to Chrome Hearts, this is what I was gonna say. And you buy one of their hats at the Chrome Heart store in Vegas or in they're all over in Miami. We don't have one here in Scottsdale. I'm sure we'll have it in the next year. But if you go buy one, you can bring it back here to Scottsdale and just walk it into one of these Wang's Closet or one of these secondhand places and probably sell it for like double what you bought it for. So like that's a fun little hustle. But they are onto that, like Chrome Hearts is. You have to make an appointment, and if they were to catch people like reselling their stuff, they would not allow you back into the store.
I've bought a couple things from Chrome Hearts, but it's funny because I bought the first time I ever bought like a Chrome Hearts hoodie. I bought it on Melrose in LA, and they have like the Cookies and Kicks store or like all those little shops on Melrose.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got my hoodie for like $900, which is they sell for that much usually, if not a little bit more.
Designer stuff always gets...
All the hoodies are around $600 to $1,200 for those.
I mean, this hoodie is like $400, and it's like $300, but it's an All Saints hoodie. It's not even that nice.
Yeah.
Designer clothes are always make us think like, why is that so expensive? But like, you have things like Louboutin, and then you have Philip Klein, and some of these things that are really extravagant, and like, okay, I can see why that costs a lot. Like that would be, and then you have Chrome Hearts, which cost as much as those and more. And it's just the simplest stuff. It's just like spray painted names on. I look at it and I'm like, I could make this in my garage, and I'm not kidding. And Chrome Hearts always gets under my skin.
That one time when was it?
Yeah, because I'm like, that is the easiest thing to do.
I could literally make
their
that.
hats are just so easy. They're nothing, and then they put a little silver thing on top, and I'm like, okay.
The little emblem.
Didn't David and them go spray paint like something? Like
one time David was in Miami and he like just spray painted his jacket, and everyone thought it was designer, and it was funny. He wrote PHO, faux.
Fossachi or something.
I mean, I would believe it. I would believe it.
Yeah, he wrote Fossachi. Fossachi.
With a P, right? PHO.
Yeah. But
he should have sold it. He should have been like, how much you want
But
for
again,
it?
that's why when I see girls wearing designer stuff, I'm like, you wasted your money on that. No.
A lot of the time, girls that do wear designer
stuff.
have someone that buys it for them. Which
Facts.
is no hate.
Yeah,
I've had a couple things bought for myself.
And did you resell them?
No, I want to give it to my kids.
Because that's what I picture, honestly.
I think like when I grow up, I want it to be like a souvenir. Like, look what mommy got.
Little trophy wall.
Yeah. Hey, sweetie, you know who bought me this? Sugar daddy.
But my house is right across from the W, and I don't invite anyone over ever because I have lost so many clothes. Like I really have. Like I'm just like.
Actually, this is a topic.
Cameras?
This is a topic I want to talk about: sugar daddies in Scottsdale. What's your take on them? Is there a lot?
Oh, my fucking ear.
Is it pushing on you? Oh, your earring.
You know, my earring. Okay, so sugar daddies.
Yeah, sugar daddies.
Let's talk real.
Let's talk sugar daddies.
Girls and boys.
Yeah, well, actually, there is some sugar mamas.
Sugar mamas.
Oh, there are.
There are definitely.
Not enough.
Not enough, but they are very rare. You will find them.
They are very old.
But they're super like sexual.
If you know any sugar mamas for Joel,
they're super sexual, and they're in their late 30s to late 80s.
40s.
There's a huge range.
80.
There's a big range of sugar mama in Scottsdale.
She's blowing like powder dust.
They usually have a couple kids. They're divorcees that have like a payment coming.
It's always divorcees. Always.
Joel's sugar mama's 85.
I have a few that would like to take care of me.
They're using their kids' child support on Joel.
Joel, come on over.
It happens.
No,
I wish.
I have had a sugar daddy before. I don't think that it's anything to be like frowned upon.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing like sex work. It's one thing to, enjoy time with them, but it's another thing to just give them something for something in return. That's like prostitution.
Okay.
But
so
I think it's okay.
There's a fine line.
I think a lot of the time, sugar daddies and men that are in that aspect and like that game, they want someone that will take care of them and like show them the ring of like, what it's like to have fun. They're all old. They don't know.
I think sometimes they just want company.
They want company. They feel lonely.
I call it the girlfriend experience.
They either have a divorce or like their spouse passed away. They have no kids, or they have kids and it's like not their jurisdiction to take care of because they fucking lost them.
Yeah.
Did your sugar daddy have kids?
Does my current?
Oh,
or
you
like,
have? Oh, how many
I'm
sugar
saying
daddies?
like in the past.
Yeah. So you said you have had a sugar daddy.
Yeah, I have
which
had
to me,
one.
when you say you have a sugar daddy, it just means
They usually don't have
you're
kids.
dating someone that takes really good care of you.
Yeah.
That's sugar daddy, right?
And they take care of you. It's also, you know, not only will they come into your job and spend 20 grand, but they'll take care of you outside of, I mean, I hadn't paid rent in like 6 months one time.
Nice.
I get like all these benefits from it, but it makes you feel really gross inside. And it's maybe not the fact that like, sometimes it's the fact that like, oh, you have to kiss him or you have to do something else with him. Like there are those people. And other times it's
A sugar
the
daddy
fact
could
that,
be a good looking guy.
yeah, no, they could be good looking, but a lot of the times it's the fact that you want to do something that's like your own.
Yeah.
You know, like let's say if I was dating Jerome or anyone else that like you have such a good career going for you that like I would feel so bad taking from you because that you work so hard for that and you kind of have to have like a conscience about it.
Yeah, it makes sense. You're a good person. That's why.
Yeah, you have to be like a good person, but also another thing is like you don't want to sit there and be like, oh, I can't do anything with my life. Like I'm sitting here and he's paying my rent and he's paying my car bill, he's paying my fucking whatever the fuck. I have no plans in life to do anything other than sit here and have my life paid for.
Yeah,
that's so boring.
Yeah. So
That's
there's that.
so boring.
So there's that thinking that you want to be more like independent rather than a dependent on just someone that's providing for you. It makes sense.
I don't know. You just get tired of it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I can't do as much because they want to meet up. Or I'm like, oh, I just got off work. And they're like, oh, well, what are you doing after work? Do you want to come over?
Yeah.
Like, I like my own personal space just as I like going to work.
Makes sense. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to be a sugar baby, to be honest. It is nice being independent, but
yeah.
What about you, Joel?
I would be someone's sugar daddy if I could afford it. Yeah.
Would you want sugar in return? Or
I wouldn't want them to be mean to me in return. So
yeah, but like
some people probably pay for that.
Like
I wouldn't want them to just
genuinely asking, if you were to buy your sugar baby something, would you in the back of your head think, I'm gonna get some later?
No, I have a conscience too.
So yeah, it's like kind of
I
on
would
your
just want
free
it
will.
As a sugar daddy, I would be a legit sugar daddy. I just want to take care of my baby.
If you were making payments on those
like that.
titties, Joel, because you would take the payments.
I would expect some motorboating.
He's like, well, if I'm gonna buy your titties, I gotta see whatever I want.
No, I would have I would set a deal. I would want to be
predisposed.
Yeah. You gotta see him twice a week.
I want to see at least
Sign here, sign here, sign
I
here.
want 50 motorboat sessions a month, and you would have to do that. That is something. But if I was a sugar daddy, I would probably just here, babe, go get a different size. It's fine. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't be a sugar daddy. I would make her let me motorboat them.
Yeah.
Forceful.
Forceful sugar daddy.
We're motorboating.
Who wants to be forced into motorboating? Raise your hand.
Well, if they do,
I want to repo your titties if you don't let me motorboat them.
repo them.
He whips out his pocket knife, fucking cuts her open.
Oh my God.
No, we would have a deal. I'd take you back to the hospital. I'd put chloroform over
Leave you
your
there. Leave you there.
Put chloroform.
She wakes up
knock you out,
on the
take you back
border
to
of
the-
Mexico.
Yeah, we would do
Oh
a
my
surgeon
God.
in Colombia.
No, they didn't take her boobs out. They took her kidney out.
Imagine.
Guys, I said her boobs.
It's fine. Just go back in. I'll take this too.
You better let me motorboat your kidneys. I'll get you some more.
All right, guys. Well, it was great talking with you, Ellie, and I appreciate it.
You have to come back on.
Yeah, round
we'll
two,
get you
for
on.
sure.
Will you be a co-host with us sometime?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a blast with you. It's good to learn about bottle service. We'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
And everybody, like and subscribe to our videos, and we're gonna come with more. Okay. All right.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye now.